clip of Kendra, and she had this man on there that was 54 years old, and he was looking for someone that was 20 years old, and he was talking about how, like, women after you're like 25 or something like that, like, you don't have any sexual marketplace value. That same old BS that Kevin Samuels was saying, and he was just saying like men have like their value forever because they can still get women and all of these things. And I still have yet to really wrap my mind around the fact that there are so many grown adult men that are actually like grown that really listen to Kevin Samuels and actually change their mindset on things because of what some sassy man said on YouTube. It's very disturbing to me. Like, I have no idea why people listen, was more specifically men listen to Kevin Samuels, and definitely why black men listen to Kevin Samuels. Like, it's a very strange perspective and ideology. But anywho, this man was over there on Kendra's platform talking about how like he had this value forever, and he was able to get these young girls or 20-year-old girls to have sex with him, and that proves like his worth of value. And why that doesn't make sense is because if you are only able to gain access to these younger women because you're paying them, that doesn't mean you have worth and you have value. It means that you're willing to pay these women, these young women, and they're willing to swallow their pride and entertain you for a buck. And if that's what we call sexual marketplace value, if women were desperate enough to pay for it, I'm sure that they could find some little 18-year-old, 19-year-old, 20-year-old that just got out of school, that's in college, that wants some money to get some things because he can't afford it because he's in college or whatnot, for you to pay for the penis if that's what you were willing to do as a woman. I really don't understand. Like, there are plenty of men that are willing to do it. It's just that most women have more self-esteem than to pay for penis. Why would you pay for penis when penis is literally the cheapest and most worthless thing on the planet? Men will give it to anybody, anytime, anyhow. So why would you ever pay for that? Now, you know what I'm saying? So it's not the same for men, because they still even have to pay for a woman that they would even deem to be mediocre, if that makes sense. Like, or do something for her. But as I was saying, I just, like, you think about somebody like, I don't know if y'all remember the old singer Cher, who's in a relationship right now with a man, I think she's like 40 years older than him, something like that. And she's with him and she's a lot older. But also Cher is probably paying for it. So my thing is let's not act like that makes a difference. You being older and you being able to get people because you're willing to pay for it. That's why I don't understand what this whole idea that men are talking about. And every time I hear men now online discuss age, it's even lower and lower. Now, I could have sworn that Kevin Samuels said that. He said like women over 30 or over 35 or something like that were the leftover women that nobody wanted. Then I saw men talking about, oh, if you're 30, you're washed and you're cooked. Then I saw men talking about, no, if you're 25, after 25, you're washed and you're cooked. Now I see men are talking about you're only from 18 to 21. What in the world is going on? Like, what is going on? It's getting younger and younger and younger. Michael Bigavelli, sir, please get in the box. Honestly, cause what's true? Please tell me what's true, Michael.
Okay, I was trying to type in my answer, but go ahead, continue.
Yes. I wanted to inquire about what you meant, like what's true.
Okay, what you were saying about Kevin Samuels, it was 35. Like that's the around the time where women have hit the wall and things of that nature. Um, a lot of men are not chasing after, like some men are not chasing after 18-year-old women. They're just wanting peaceful women that they can get along with.
How
You know,
old are
some
you,
will find, some
Michael?
will, excuse me.
I said, how old are you, Michael?
Oh, I'm 50.
Okay.
Right. So what I'm just saying is Kevin Samuels gave a lot of input for men and for women. Some women seem to have, as they get older, they seem to have some combative ways. Not all, okay? And I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying the majority and in general. A lot of women, as they get older, seem to be, set in their ways, hard nosed, stubborn, and things of that nature. This
And
is why sometimes
do, do,
you go,
no, let
go
me
ahead,
ask
go
you a
ahead.
question. Do you think that men are also stubborn and hard nosed in their old age, or is this something that just applies to women?
I think okay. I think what it is that you have a lot of men who are, I would say, fed up with trying to put themselves out there for women. I don't think that they are stubborn so much. I just think that because there's a lot of men that will put up with a lot of things from the
How do you
female
know
side.
this? How do you know that what a lot of men are willing to put up in their relationships? Like actually, and I don't mean anecdotally, like how many men do you know? Like what's the sample size? And when you mentioned about like most women, like what's the sample size of the amount of women that you know intimately that could have given you insight into this thought process that you're having?
Let's see, a good majority. Like in my lifetime, I've been around a lot of people, being in the military, also observing people from the different places I've lived at. I've lived in New York, Maryland,
So would you
Virginia, New
say a
Jersey.
thousand? You know, 1,000 women intimately that they would express to you their innermost thoughts and feelings on how they would handle men, or even you.
Yes,
A thousand,
yes, I would say yes, yes.
or more than
You'd be
that, or is a
surprised.
thousand the most? You think is that the
I
highest
would say
number?
a good thousand in my lifetime. I met a good thousand people. You'd be surprised how if you're out in public somewhere in a social event, how men and women will open up to people and they're talking to if they're getting along. You're showing them friendly time and everything like that. A lot of women will open up and tell you things. Like it depends on what questions that a man would ask such
Oh,
female, or just like
okay.
a
So let
female
me
would ask
say.
such men.
So then let's because I'd like us to have like fact based conversation.
Wait,
So
hold on
let
for a
me
second,
say
man.
this here.
Why is the military a red
Um,
flag, Latrice?
just one
She put in
second.
the
I mean,
comments.
um, there are approximately 168 to 169 million females in the United States, representing roughly 50%, 50.5% of the total population. So I really need you to have some perspective here. You don't know what the majority of women feel or think. You have not even met a drop in a bucket of women to know what they feel. And I can
But
guarantee you
but
these
it's not
women aren't
hard.
confiding in
But
you.
ma'am, if you go out and speak to a good majority of women, a lot of them
You
don't.
don't
They're
know a
not
good
that much.
majority of women. That's what I'm telling you.
Okay,
You don't know a good
ma'am.
majority,
If you
nor are you
watch the women,
speaking
the
to a
women.
good majority. And you're not a
Yeah, in my
woman.
lifetime, I spoke to a lot of women.
Okay, you
A
just
lot of
told
these
me we
women. Yeah,
okay, so
I said a thousand.
let's
Yeah,
do
and that's a
please
good
not
source.
don't interject. Let me finish what I'm saying because
Okay,
we're
go ahead.
like
I'll let you
let's have
finish.
it.
Go ahead.
We talk about having fact-based conversations. You told me that you've been around and the high number of women that you've engaged with and talked to was 1,000. I just
Right.
told you here simply in the United States, not accounting for the other places that you've been, here in the United States, there are approximately 168 to 169 million females or women,
Yeah,
however you want to call it, in the United
it's the
States,
same thing.
right?
That's the same thing.
So it's
Females and
not
women are
the
the same
same
thing.
thing. It's not.
I don't.
So
How is it not? How is it
if
not?
that's the case, and I could presume to know what the type of men that listen to Kevin Samuels and are saying the things that you're saying right now. I literally do this for a living.
What
I
was
talk
wrong
to
with
y'all
Kevin
every day.
Samuels?
I can make broad sweeping statements. You know what I'm
But
saying? But I
what
won't
was wrong
because
with
I'm
Kevin
trying to have a
Samuels?
fact based conversation today.
Right, but
But
what was wrong with Kevin Samuels?
Kevin
He
Samuels was a person that was hypocritical, and had no information to give anyone. He was a
That's not true,
failure.
man.
Yes, it was. He had failed marriages, had no partner, was an old, washed up man that had a
Really
difficult
wasn't.
relationship with his
No,
children. If I no,
Kevin
that's a
Sam.
fact. Please
That's not
don't
true.
interject on me.
Kevin
It's
Samuels
absolutely
was
true.
a
Kevin
man who
Samuels
helped
was a
out
two-time.
females.
Okay, I'm gonna have to mute you if you keep interjecting. Because
Okay, well, you can do what you want to.
if you
This
need to
needs to be
glaze this,
reported.
okay. So let me go ahead and do that. Since you want to glaze this man,
Yeah, no,
um,
it's not glazing. It's
okay,
called
don't
calling him
unmute
a.
yourself again, okay?
It's
Thanks.
called accountability. It's called
Have
accountability.
some self restraint.
You need to have
Okay,
some
I know a
accountability.
lot of
Making up
black
these
men. Y'all
lies
don't know
about
how to
Kevin
control
Samuels.
yourselves, and y'all
You're
don't know how
very
to respect
angry.
black
You're
women.
very
But
angry
you
and
will
very
respect
disgruntled.
me, and you will stop talking. You will stop that. This is my
You're a
life.
disgruntled
You
female
will
who needs
respect me.
help.
You're disgruntled. You're the one.
We're not going to respect you
Don't make
when you
it
make up
ugly.
lies.
Then stop talking.
When you make up
Stop
lies and
talking.
talk bad about
Stop talking.
everybody,
If
report
you
this
want to
page. You see
suck
an
Kevin
angry.
Samuels' dick, you can do
That's
that
the
on your
problem.
own
See, look
time.
at you
Let me
bashing men.
drop you. Let me drop you. And now you can listen. You can listen from the thing because I really want you to hear this. Okay? So hold on, y'all. Just give me 1 second. All right? You see this man right here? This is the man that was just up here talking to me. An overweight, over the heel, bald headed man with yellow teeth. You said you were in the military. I don't understand why the military, the VA, is not paying for your dental health care. And at the very least, some Crest whitening strips, right? But this is what I'm talking about. These are the men that are delusional that want to listen to Kevin Samuels. What is Kevin Samuels going to advise you on? If you were listening to Kevin Samuels, you would be in the gym. Didn't he say that men are supposed to be working out? Aren't they supposed to be fit? He said women are supposed to be fit, feminine, and friendly, right? He also mentioned men putting in effort into their looks. So if you really follow Kevin Samuels the way that you said that you do, you wouldn't be looking like this. This is a selfie, sir. This is a representation of who you say that you are to the world. And your teeth are yellow. You didn't even use a doggone filter for these things. Look like you've been biting sticks of Kerrygold butter. So really get some couth about yourself. And I can see why you're upset at me and you're upset at women. Because look at you. Look at you. You're a failure. And that's what I'm saying. That's what Kevin Samuel spoke to. He spoke to failures. He spoke to fugly, badly built men, older men like yourself who want to lie to themselves and bring down women. You know what I'm saying? And say that, hey, you know what? I can actually get an 18-year-old girl. She actually really does want to be with me. When she doesn't, she just wants you to pay her bills or whatever that is. But it's not you. Have you seen you? Do you see you? If you were a 20-year-old young woman, would you want to date you? I know that you wouldn't. If you were a 20-year-old man and you saw a woman that looked like the counterpart of you, like you look right now, would you want to date her? You wouldn't. You know that you wouldn't. So this is what I'm saying. Y'all are into a lot of delusion. Now, y'all claim that women are the ones that are delusional, but I don't believe that. Just like he was all up in his feelings here in his live, couldn't even control himself, couldn't even stop talking, had to keep on running his mouth. You know what I'm saying? That is the type of delusion that I'm talking about. You've got to do better, sir. I don't know if you're still in here, but I hope and pray that you do better. And then you told me that I was disgruntled and I was just trying to give you a conversation. I was actually trying to have a fact-based conversation with you. But I've really begun to realize that the things that women are accused of being, which is emotional, unregulated, illogical, can't have conversations, get in their feelings, these things are actually reserved for black men and other races of men too. Mind you, it's not women. Because did you see how mad he was? He couldn't even control himself on somebody else's live. Like, it's scary. And then he couldn't even, he felt so much in his spirit that he had to sit there and glaze and teabag the nutsacks of a man that has been deceased for at least 2-3 years now, right? I don't know how long Kevin Samuels has not been here in the land of the living, but this man can't hear you. And you still came up here to suck his ball sacks. That is very disturbing to do as a grown 50-year-old man. You're teabagging. You're teabagging the deceased. Like what? You're getting teabagged by the deceased. Like what? Anywho, I'm just saying. Like, let's be real here. When we're talking about men having value forever, and this is the hypocrisy of men. I just want y'all to understand the man that was just up here that I just dropped. He said that it is true that men have value forever. They have value forever looking like this. Let's put this in perspective, logical perspective. This man here said that men have value forever, but women do not. This man right here that doesn't even have access to dental care. Didn't I mean even you could at least went to, like I said, your local Costco and got you some, the economy size pack of Crest white strips to take care of at least some of what I see here, the decay and just the disgustingness. But you get what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. These men are delusional. Like, but let me just keep going, y'all, because he's probably not even here anymore because these men don't want to hear. They don't want to hear logic for real. They don't. They say they do, but they don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it. At least they don't want to hear it from a woman. Like, because that's just nuts. I can't even believe he tried it. And I really tried to give him a chance too. I normally drop these men that keep unmuting themselves. I tried to give him a chance just so that you guys can be entertained. But I just couldn't keep going. Let's see here. Somebody named Gliz says, if that man had money, then hoes would not care. I mean, there would be some women that wouldn't care. And then there would be a lot of women that would care. And if you say that they wouldn't care, is it because you wouldn't care? Would you let them bend you over? I really hate it when y'all speak for women. Like, don't do that. Don't speak for women. Okay, but let me go down here first to masculine. Go ahead, sir. You have something to say?
Yes. Greetings. This seems to have escalated very quickly here.
Yes, he wasn't willing to have a conversation. I don't know, but you can go ahead.
Yes, but it is what it is. I guess it's part of debates and topics. Disagreeing is nothing wrong with disagreeing. It is what it is. So I'm just gonna answer the topic there on the board. And then I'll pass the mic. I don't want to talk too much here. I do enjoy listening. So okay. So the thing is with this phrase there. Sorry, what's your name, host? What do I call you?
Yeah, you can call me Triggered.
Triggered. Okay. The thing is with this. I think. Well, I know exactly where this phrase comes from and why it's like that. And how can I say this? I'm trying to be as respectful as possible. Okay. Most of it is absolutely correct. And where it comes from, where it stems from the fact that men and women are different. And that, for example, if a guy is 60 years old and he's financially stable or he's a millionaire, is fully abundant, he can start a family. He can get married to a 25-year-old, have children and build a family even at that age. However, for women, if a woman is 60 years old and she's a millionaire, she can't start a family. So that's where it really stems from, that being saying that men have value. Men retain value long term only if they are financially stable, only if they have a good career, strong career, then they can retain value long term. However, it doesn't really apply the same to women. I know it sounds offensive. I know women don't like to hear this, but it is the truth. I'd also argue that the best way for a woman to retain value, because I'm trying to stay on topic here, the best way to retain value as a woman is to get married to a man of value, and that's how you stay valuable. But the moment you find yourself single as a woman and you reach 40 years old, 50 years old, then it's going to be extremely hard for you to find a man. And I'd argue most women who end up in that situation, they almost never find a man, because of a lot of reasons. So but this is not to say, ladies, this is not to say that women are not valuable. This is not to say that men are better and all this men versus women nonsense. This is just, the, I guess, uncomfortable realities, of the world. Well, especially between men and women. There's there's disadvantages to being a man. I could list a few, and then there's disadvantages to being a woman, and this is just one of them.
All right, all right. Okay, so let me just say this. I feel like when you guys say these things, I don't think that you think about the logic that the fact of the things that you're saying are completely illogical. Because you mentioned that a 6-year-old man can start a family with a 25-year-old woman. What 25-year-old woman wants to have and create a family with a 6-year-old man when he won't even be alive to see it? And if we're talking about black men specifically, because right now that's all that's coming up here, which is fine. Black men have the poorest health outcomes and life expectancies out of anyone. So exactly what would a 25-year-old woman get out of starting a family with a 6-year-old man when she's going to be left with all of it not too long from it? It doesn't make any sense. And also, most men, when they get to that stage of life, they don't want to be fathers. They don't want to have children. So this idea that you guys wrap up into procreation, that means that you have some value left because you can make a child, that doesn't make any type of sense. That doesn't prove any worth or value at all. And even the women that will entertain you are only entertaining you if you have the money to pay for them. If you have the money to keep them in comfort, buy them a car, pay their bills, treat them, keep them in a certain type of lifestyle. These 25-year-old women would never entertain any type of older man unless there was some type of finances involved, unless you were in a very small percentage of men that are extremely attractive, that maintain looking really good. And let's be real here, the majority of men, regardless of race, are not looking together like that at all. And when we add on the factor of black men being in the poorest health out of anybody, once they hit 40 years old, they completely break down. Where are these handsome, virile, attractive black men with six packs that are super active and just looking good? It's not happening. So these girls are not wanting you. It's financially motivated. And if that's what we can tie in worth or value to, then anybody that's willing to pay for something, like I said earlier, can do that. Just like the singer Cher is with a man that is over half her age, but she's paying for it. So if we're talking about that, then anybody can get anybody if you're willing to pay for it. This whole idea that y'all think that, and like I said, y'all look like y'all never look like the men that possibly y'all could prove the point to say that. Like those men that go viral on TikTok or Instagram for being like an older man and they like look really, really good, really, really sexy. None of y'all look like that. So the only motivation is the money. So no, you have an expiration date, a time where you're not attracted to people, probably no one but someone in your age category that can understand the state of aging that you're at. I don't understand how that's so difficult to understand. It's a very logical conclusion to draw.
Yeah. Can I say something there, Miss? Now, I
I'll
think you
give you a
made some
minute.
very clear points,
I'll give you a
very
minute.
interesting points. You say you what? You
I
give me a
said,
minute?
I said, yeah, I said I'll give you a minute. I'll start your timer.
Yes, yes, a minute is more than enough. Yes, I'll make it quick. Now, I hear what you're saying, but look, the the extras to it, whether or not the guy is healthy, whether or not the guy is ugly, is attractive, whether or not there's like all we are saying is this: at 60 years old as a man, I can find a girl, even if she wants me for money or whatever. I can find a girl, I can reproduce, I can start a family at 60 years old, right? However, for you as a woman, you don't even have
What I'm
that
saying
choice.
is no one's starting a family with a 60-year-old man.
No,
You're
but
saying
that's not the
something that's
point.
not true.
There are.
And a woman
No,
can start
there's
a
a lot of
family
women
at
who do.
60 as well. Women freeze their eggs all the time. So, and women use surrogates.
Wow.
So a woman can do that as well. Because the only thing that's getting you these girls is paying for it. And there are plenty of men that are also willing to be bought. You see it all the time when the African guys come over here and they're with these very fugly looking whitey women to get a green card. So men are also willing to be bought. So that doesn't determine your value because somebody is willing to entertain you because you're paying them. Because women can do that
Okay,
exact same
can I
thing.
ask you a question?
Yes.
Let me ask a question because I want to make sure I understand your perspective here. I want to make sure I see, are we even on the same plane? When it comes to a relationship, Miss Triggered, I don't know if you can hear me. When it comes to a relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, who is the leader? Is it the man or the woman, or are they equal, in your opinion?
What does that have to do with what we're talking
No,
about?
I'm just asking. I'm trying to understand like where you're coming from. Like I'm trying to understand your mentality first before we even proceed here.
No, I feel like I'm not going to answer that question because I want to stay on topic of what we're talking about. And
Yeah.
what I feel like the problem is that you want to truly believe that men are in a superior position somehow. Now, I don't know if it makes you feel better about yourself or
No, I
about the
didn't say
possibility
that.
of
I'm just
aging or
asking you a
what,
question. If you just
but
answer the question, I'm just trying to
I'd like to
understand.
just stick on topic because that's not that'll lead us down somewhere else. And that's not what we're talking about.
No, I
So,
understand.
yeah.
It's off topic. I understand. It was just like because like we come from different places, right? So it's very hard to like have these conversations because I don't really think there's a point in having the conversation if we have two completely different realities. It's just gonna be a back and forth, which I guess fine. That's the whole point of this stuff, to have back and forth, right? That's the whole point of the
Yeah, we
TikTok live.
definitely don't have to have the conversation because I think that you're not in reality. Just like the other black man wasn't in reality. And that's okay. I think a lot of you guys are delusional and you guys never have what it is that you're saying is so easy to get. None of you. You're either alone, you're by yourself. You don't have this woman that is 25 and is a 10 and her body is perfect and her skin is perfect and her hair is perfect. And she's just in the house cooking and cleaning and just begging to have your babies. And you're not paying for her lifestyle. You guys never have it. So if it was so easy for men to secure that reality that y'all speak of, y'all would have it, but you never ever do. You never have
Well,
it.
that's not really the case. I mean, not
That's
every man has
definitely
it,
the case.
but there are men who do have it. I mean,
Do
you're
you
making it
have
sound
it?
like no man has it.
Do you have it?
Do I have what?
Do you
Can I
have
protect and
a woman
provide?
that's 25 that is a 10?
Yeah, I'm married, me personally.
Okay, so how old
9
is
months
she?
married.
Is she your age?
No, she's much younger. I don't date women my age.
Okay, you don't date women. What does she look like? I mean, I don't even want to ask these questions because I don't believe after I said this, and you'll be completely honest, but I don't believe it because look, where are you located? Are you in the United States right now or are you somewhere
No, I'm
else?
not American. I'm not American.
Okay, so
South
where are you
African.
located right now?
He's South African.
I'm South African.
Okay, so you're in South Africa and you're
Correct.
online right now talking to me. I very much doubt that you have what we're talking about. I don't believe it. And I don't like to call
Which is what
people
exactly?
liars or whatnot. I don't believe that you have what you're talking about. How old are you?
I mean, what's with these questions?
How
That's the
old are
whole
you?
point
I'm
here.
just asking you, how old are you?
Well, you said we should stay on topic. You're
Yes,
going off topic now.
this is on topic. The topic is do men have value forever, which means their age. So this is definitely on topic. So how old are you?
Okay, I'll answer the question. I'm 28.
Okay, so then we can't even have a conversation about this because you're not even in your 60s to talk about it. So if you're with,
I don't have to be in my 60s to tell the truth.
If you're 28 and you're saying that the woman is much younger than you, how young we talking? Are we talking about R. Kelly young? Because how old would
my
she
wife
be?
is my wife is 20. She just turned 20.
Okay, all
Yeah, I
right.
met her when she was 18.
Okay, yeah, that
But
sounds.
what's with the personal questions? I mean, we just trying to have.
Yeah,
we
that
need
sounds
to
a
calm
little.
down. Let's just have a conversation.
But I do understand the difference in a lot of y'all over there across the pond, y'all like to. Never mind. Let me not.
Oh, it's a South African thing. Okay, yeah.
No,
okay,
I don't think
sure.
it's a South African
Can we go
thing
back
at
to
all.
the topic?
No.
I mean, you just implied so, but it's fine. It's fine. I take no offense.
Yeah, I mean, you said that you don't date women that are your age. So
No, I don't.
when
No.
men proudly say things like that, normally there's something underneath that's sinister. So I don't feel like I would be dishonest if I didn't say that. There's something underneath that is
I mean,
normally
it's very
perversion.
biological. Most men prefer young women, the same way that most women prefer older men.
Most women don't prefer older men.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't. Do you have a vagina?
No, it's a fact. It's a fact.
Do you have a vagina?
It's actual fact.
Do you have?
I don't need to be a woman.
Maybe in your country, maybe in some of the countries in Africa,
Host,
but definitely no, it's not.
Calm down.
No, it's not.
I don't need.
Funny that you can
I don't
say
need to be a mathematician.
Okay, so once again, please stop it. Stop. Don't speak for women. I didn't speak for men. No, they don't. Most women don't. So let's be clear here. Most women don't. And if you don't have a vagina, don't speak on what most women like. So
Ms. Host, do you have a man?
Yes, I do.
Is he older or younger?
I have a husband. He's the exact same age as me.
Okay, does he make more money than you or less money?
I'm 6 months older.
Okay, that's the problem right there. Okay,
Okay,
makes
no,
sense
that's
now.
not the problem. The problem is that you're a 28-year-old ignorant loser that probably is with some girl that you got some paid with for some goats that's miserable and don't want to be with you.
See, now she's trying to throw
Yes,
insults
yes, and
like,
that's what I said, and you can go. Okay? And I'm so sorry that that girl, her family, sold her to y'all for some goats. I'm so sorry. But anyway, let me just keep going because he said, I can't handle truth. No, you said nothing that was truthful to me. And then when you asked me, did I have a man, which I already knew that it was going to regress to that point, you didn't have anything else to say. Like, sir, get out of here. Get out of here. But that's my fault for talking to people that they're not even over here. Because I already know that I don't know too much about what goes on in South Africa. I know a little bit, but I know a lot about a lot of other countries over there in Africa. And I know that y'all like them underage. Okay, so I can't really necessarily have a conversation with people whose culture, a lot of their culture is built around pursuing babies and children. So it's just like, yeah, okay. I don't even want to talk to you, like, to be honest. Okay, let me go down here. I'll start your timer. Go ahead, not a guru.
Hi, Trig.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Pretty good.
Okay, so as someone who's born on the continent as well, I'm going to straight up say a lot of his ideologies are super, super outdated. And yes, they are very fundamental to a lot of men there because a lot of men have they bought into patriarchy, the colonial version, but there was already patriarchy, like patriarchal establishments within our countries that projected men to be the heads of families or whatever and the control point. But that power was shared long before patriarchy, and then women's powers just started to dwindle more and more. So he reflects a lot of African. There's very, forward-thinking African men who understand like those kind of ideologies are super outdated and they're not normative anymore, and they're not conflating value for something that is contributed to the system. Because let's think about it. Most of the time when men get access to money, why do they get access to money? To get women, right? Why do men do most of the things that they do? To get women. If women lost value, then men wouldn't be doing most of the things that they're doing. The only problem that men have when it comes to older women is the fact that we are no longer privy to the conditioning that they suscept us to when we're younger. We're not as easily molded, nor are we as easily fooled. That's why they go heavy max on trying to condition us via media, music, magazines, all this stuff to make us believe the totality of our being and our worth comes from the masculine gaze, comes from masculine affection. That's why all of these anti-aging things are always so geared towards women, because this idea of our youth being our value point is so that our youth gets sold to men so that we produce offspring, but we also support them through partnership. Men that are married statistically live longer. Why? Because women are not only just caregivers for the house, but they're also caregivers for them. Most men don't even know how to take care of themselves.
I'll give you one more minute, sis.
Single men. But a woman's value, especially nowadays that we're understanding that you don't need a man in order to give you value, nor do you need a man's partnership or affirmation to give you value, because that was never the case. Men themselves have to ask, what is my value outside of what I contribute to the system and patriarchy? What is my value as a person? Because if it's money, then nobody loves you. They love the money, babe, not you. So you don't have value. Your dollar does.
All right. I got you. Not a guru. Appreciate you, sis. Yes, and I think that that's a great point that she made. I think that it's very difficult for these men to understand that that's exactly the issue, is that it is the money. And anytime they bring up men that are able to live this fantasy lifestyle of being an old, crusty, over the hill buster, and they're like 60 or 70, and they're able to surround themselves with these 18, 19, 20-year-old girls, these are men that are paying like they weigh. They're paying for the company of these women, and they're paying for it handsomely. And I don't know why they act like that these girls that are 18, 19, 20 that said, hey, you know what? I would love to be around this old dude. Oh, absolutely. I'd love to see gray pubic hair. That's so sexy to me. Like, that's not happening. Like, the only people that are going to understand that is going to be somebody that's around your same age category. And it just doesn't make any sense. And that's the reason why you see a lot of the men that have the biggest issues with this, they don't have anyone at all, because all they can live in is fantasy, because they don't have the funds to even secure these girls. They don't even have the money. So all they have is bitterness. And that's why they're online saying these things. It's real crazy. Like, once again, if you're willing to pay for it, the sky's the limit for men or women, male or female. If you're willing to pay for it, you can get anything that you want. Okay? So if that's what we're wrapping it up to, then what are we talking about? But let me just keep going. Let me go next up here to O-Dog. I'll set your timer, sir. Go ahead.
All right. Well, I would just wanted. I'm gonna just start off by saying that the fact I believe that man value goes up. The more we get older.
Based on what?
Well, I could just set an example like women really get to choose the man that they could sleep with, but they don't get to choose the man that they could really be with. We get to choose that. So I could. That's one of them, and then yeah, it's just a big gap and difference between.
I think you're muted. You there?
Yeah, my bad. My phone was ringing. I'm sorry. But
Okay, I think his phone must be. But I'll just say this. I think it's very weird when men say that like we get to choose who we want to be with. I guess they mean like marry. Women are the first line of that. Like, if you talk to a woman and she doesn't say, hey, yeah, I'd like to get to know you, you never even have the option of holding marriage over her head or anything like that. So at the end of and that goes for young women, whether you're an old man, a young
yeah,
man,
but
in between man.
what I'm trying to say is, a woman prime could start at 20. Us, we have to work our way up. We have to get money, we have to stack up. That's why the older we get, the more money we get. Obviously, the more value we gonna get. So for the woman, it's different because the older you get, your prime is wearing out. It's a big difference. You can't really compare man and woman, or men value increases the older we get, our value gets, and then for women it's the
Well,
opposite. The
if
older
you
y'all
did
get,
not
the
have
more y'all
any
value goes down.
money,
So that's why
that
y'all gotta
means
choose on
Oh,
the.
just a minute. Okay, go ahead, sir. You can finish.
That's why
Were you
y'all gotta
done?
choose on the early edges of y'all prime to be with a man that's gonna marry y'all and be with y'all and love y'all for who y'all is and have kids with y'all so they could take care of y'all. But if y'all, play y'all early, years away, you're not gonna have a value later on, and down the line. You ain't no man gonna value you. And for him saying that a man could be 60 and having a 20-year-old, that's very right. A man could be 60 and have a 20-year-old girl. Now she
Okay.
there for the money. We don't. It doesn't matter if she's there for the
Okay.
money or not.
So
It really don't
let me
matter.
just say this. All right. Okay. I'm because I added you a little bit extra time on there. Let me just say once again, this is what O-Dog said is not rooted in reality. He said that you can have like men, their prime is going up because they're stacking the money. The reality of the situation is the majority of all men, especially black men, you're never gonna stack your money. Okay, the average income of a 60-year-old here in the United States is $47,000. $47,000, 47,100. So exactly what 20-year-old are you going to be able to secure when you can barely pay your bills?
Yeah, but that's
I
not
need y'all
that's
to
not.
understand
Yeah,
it.
yeah, but
Please
that's
don't
not.
interrupt me. Don't. I really want y'all to understand this idea that y'all think that you're going to be 60 and you're going to have all of this money and you're going to be able to get this. You're going to be at the mall as you're 60 with your walker. Because once again, black men have the poorest health outcomes. Their health statistically decreases at 40. It gets really bad. They have major health outcomes like strokes, heart attacks, and a whole bunch of other things starting at 40, erectile dysfunction, and all of these things. If you think that you're going to make it to 60, making $47,000 a year, and you're going to be able to see a girl I'm talking about, let's say she's a baddie. You just see her in the mall, you like, oh my goodness, she 20, look at her, whoa, body on point, face on point, hair on point, nails on point. She's a natural beauty. You think that she's going to be looking at a 60-year-old man that's making $47,000 a year? Be freaking for real. But that is insane and illogical to think. You would only be able to do this if you were part of the 1%. And unfortunately, 99.9999999% of black men, including O-Dog, will never make it to that. So you will never be able to do it. I don't understand how come when men say that they're so logical, but lose all logic and all rationale when talking about something that makes complete sense. How many men do you see out in the streets that are 60, 65, that's a senior citizen, right? When you turn 60, that's senior citizen status. How many senior citizens do you see walking around with young baddies that will make you be like, oh, wow, she's a dime. Whoa, you don't see it. Stop playing with me. Stop saying things just because you heard some red pill dude say it to you, because all it is setting you up for is failure in the future. Really, it's setting you up for failure. So when you talk about women should secure a man and get with a man early in life and do this, that, and the third, that's what y'all should do, because men unalive early if they don't have wives. Y'all don't make it. You go to the hospice care center. So y'all should make sure that whatever woman that you come across that really loves you, that really cares for you, you pour into that woman, you marry that woman, and you don't cheat on her, you don't beat on her, you stay with her so that she can help you out. Period. Because y'all, if you leave that woman, if you spend all your young years thotting and bopping, and you think that you're going to be 60 and you're going to be getting, I don't know, the Jada Waiters and the Ari Fletchers, whoever it will be at that time, you're lying to yourself. It's not going to happen. This is like statistical, a fact-based conversation. Not how you feel.
Yeah,
It's
but
a fact.
why are you so emotional though? Like you
I'm
sound
not
so
emotional
mad.
at all.
Like
Don't do that. Don't do that. A man that's calling himself O-Dog, the name of a man that was in a gangster a movie from the 90s or something. There's no way that you can check me about There's no way that you can check me about being emotional.
At the end of the day,
like,
I just
there's
know
no way
y'all
you
all
can
lonely.
do that.
This is just what it is.
I'm not lonely. I'm not lonely. Babe, could you please
Lonely
tell this
and
man I'm not
old.
lonely?
Y'all
She not
lonely and
lonely,
old.
homie.
That's
She
just
got-
what
Do you hear
it
that?
is. Y'all just
Do you hear
lonely
that?
and old.
Do you hear that?
Look, that's just lonely.
She not
Okay,
lonely.
Your
did you hear
mama
that?
lonely. That's why she's
She's
dropping
She not
her
lonely,
married.
daddy.
bro. I don't know why you saying that. She not lonely.
You know, when
Thanks.
the
That's what I'm
disrespect
saying.
married, you
goes,
sound
shit.
stupid.
You lonely, and you dusty.
You sound
You
stupid.
dusty. Please. These are the men that want to say something about me. I just really want y'all to know, like this, they be getting their feelings. Like, look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
Y'all, hey.
This man, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing or I'm going to drop you. Don't say not one
Hey,
word.
you can drop me.
I'm
I
going
don't
to drop
give
you.
no
Let me
fuck
drop you
about
right
you
now.
dropping.
Bye, Dusty. Look at this man.
Don't be cussing
This man,
at people,
don't
dude.
say nothing. Look, this man right here is sitting in some type of hole in the wall diner by himself with a dusty white tee on, with a backwards hat on, calling himself O-Dog, talking about I'm lonely and I'm old. You is washed and cooked. You look actually horrible. You could only wish to be on what I got going on, sir. Look at you. Look at you. A ghetto hood booger. And I can guarantee you probably got a criminal record too. And I can guarantee you only got $10 on in a Chime bank account. You probably don't even got a real bank account. Get up out of here. And it's always y'all. You talk about me being emotional. You're emotional. And this is my thing. It's like a lot of you nignogs, you don't have value in your younger years, but somehow you think you're going to have value that's going to skyrocket when you're 60. Sir, you've been a buster since birth, and you're going to be a buster when you reach the grave. And it's really just that simple. Okay? Look at you. And you calling me old with that old man face you got going on. How old are you? That's what I need to know, because you look like you kissing at least 47. Like, get up out of here. Like, what? Y'all have to stop getting emotional and trying to project that onto me. Because I didn't get emotional. I told you the facts, and I really see that now. Like black men, y'all really, 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 what y'all try to do to me is y'all try to project onto me how y'all feel. Y'all feel that way, so y'all want to make it like I feel that way. I'm not emotional about nothing. I'm not in the position. I'm not in this position of this old dog nigga. I'm not in my bathroom ejaculating into my wash rag. I'm not upstairs in my bedroom looking at the hub every day, ejaculating into inanimate objects in socks and tissues and the like. That's what he's doing, not me. If I want to have an orgasm, all I have to do is call on my husband. So y'all got to get a grip and stop projecting your reality onto me. Okay? Stop projecting your reality onto me. Because I already know you're an uneducated, ignorant buffoon by the name that you chose for yourself. Okay? You could have chose this Black History Month. Why you not calling yourself Martin Luther? You be calling yourself Martin Luther or something like that. But you want to call yourself O-Dog. A man that unalived a whole bunch of people. That just goes to show your mentality and where your headspace is. Do better, Ashy. Okay? Do better. Do better. And why you calling somebody old with that face that you got, that old man face? You need to start your face routine early. Early. You need to go on and get some of that Medicube that they be selling on TikTok all the time and take care of that face because your face is looking very LeBron James-ish. Very mature. Very mature, buddy. All right? Do that. Do that. You said you want me to show you my face. You know what I'll do for you, old dog? I will show you this block button. Now make sure you get that Medicube. Bye, Dusty. You're blocked. All right. All right, let me keep going. Sorry about that. Next up, Bon Ganny. Go ahead. I saw the dude in the comments say something to you like, get me or cook me. I just want you to know if you violate, you're dropped immediately because my patience is wearing thin. Go ahead, sir.
Hi. Listening is a skill. When I got onto this panel, you said something along the lines of you were engaging this other military guy with yellow teeth, overweight, and you even questioned whether the military is paying him. So, by your own words, you've just told us that a man's value is attached to his money or his ability to provide.
No, I said his value is on his looks. Looks. Just like y'all say about women, that women's value and attraction is strictly based on their looks. Men try to avoid that and get out of it and say, you know what? My looks don't matter. Only my money matters. And that's not true. Your looks matter, which is the reason why you have to pay women once you get a certain age. That was my point. Not to attack his wealth. It was to say that, look at you. The only way that you will be able to secure any of these women that you speak of is if you pay them. And if you're paying someone to be in your company, then you don't have real worth because anyone can be paid for. So if we're saying that because a 60-year-old man is able to secure a 20-year-old because he's paying for her, then there are women that are older that are willing to pay for young men too. So then that means that nobody is losing their worth of value then if we're wrapping it up in payments. That's what I said.
Host, we were here, we were listening. I listened to you. What you're doing now is
listen to me clearly because that's exactly what I said.
You're not
you clearly didn't listen. You're not going to tell me what I said.
You're not letting anyone speak. I'm explaining.
No, because you said that I didn't say that. So I was just correcting what you said. I'll restart your timer, but just make sure that you get it clear what I said because that's what I said.
Host, allow other people to vent.
I don't have to allow. Okay, so let me stop right here. I don't have to allow you to do nothing. Okay? I want you to know that. I don't owe you shit. I don't owe you one motherfucking thing. I don't know you. I don't know who you are. I know the other dude that was disrespectful clearly knows you. I don't know why you niggas think I owe you anything. You're not even in the United freaking States. So what would make you think I owe you a damn thing? I don't have to listen to you. What are you paying me? If you want me to listen to you, cash at me right now. $100 to $ protect black women. You can do that. Protect BW. Bye. There you go. Now you just lost it all. Now I'm not even going to hear nothing that you got to say. Because I don't know why y'all think I owe you anything. Y'all come up here and talk about women in any type of way, talk crazy, see all this BS, try to suck Kevin Samuel's dick. And pardon my French, y'all, because I shouldn't be using this bad language, but they have really irritated me. My bad. I apologize, y'all. I'm using bad words. Excuse me. I apologize. Let me just say, I don't owe none of you Negroes nothing. I don't. The only people that I owe respect are black women. That's it. I've said this plenty of times. If you don't know me now, you know I only respect black women up on this app. Pro black women all day. That's it. So I'll listen to black women, but I'm not listening to you unless I feel like it. Okay? So anyway, Mr. King says, who is the host so angry? I'm not angry. I know that your mother was when she saw you, but I'm not angry. Okay? I'm irritated, baby, but not angry. Y'all gotta come up with something else. All right. Y'all make it too easy for me to do these things. Like, y'all really, you know what? I want to say something. One more thing, y'all. This is crazy. Why is it that every time I have these conversations with men that get upset about the things that I say, they always have an archetype? You know what I'm saying? Either old, over the hill, overweight, obese, busters, or some sad looking, soft looking, sip looking sucker that look like he been begging for pussy all his life. Begging for a woman to talk to him, and now he feels empowered by the things that he heard online, but he's still not able to secure the women that he wants. Because why? Because he's a simp, sucker, punk. Like, y'all gotta do better. I'm being real with y'all. Okay? Like, that's not me being mad. That's me telling you the truth. Okay? So stop playing with me, man. Stop it. Stop it. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. And I'm going to block you too, Mr. King, because you're not a king. And I just want to say the other dude that was up here called himself Masculine Lord. Do you know how unhinged you have to be to start a TikTok? And when they prompt you for the nickname, you say Masculine Lord. Yeah, that sounds good. Masculine Lord. That doesn't sound like overcompensation to y'all? Anyway, it's something wrong with y'all. Let me just keep going. I'm gonna give you 3 minutes, D. Go ahead, sis.
Hey, somebody,
Hey,
this how y'all doing? It's this girl. She was saying stop yelling or something. I had to block her. She got this cosmic sign or something. Anyway. She sound dense, but
oh,
anyway,
well, see here. Is she is Leo VB?
no. She's saying I never said that. Let him talk, honey. No, you had a right to interrupt him because he was trying to gaslight and push the goalposts as they always do. Oh, she's on there now. She up here. You invited her up now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, and that really kind of irritates me too. When like women, especially women that I don't know, they come up and say, "Oh,
Pick
let them
me's.
speak." I think it's because they be used to
Pick
like
me's.
pick me's that like
They
let
some pick
let the men
me's.
say whatever they want to say. I don't do
Hello.
Yeah.
that.
Good evening.
Pick
Can
me.
you guys hear
Hey,
me?
how you doing?
Because
Yes. You
pick
gotta
me
let
has never been the
yeah, you gotta
I
let
still got
D
time.
finish. You
Okay.
gotta let D
Yeah,
finish.
thank you. So yeah, I just don't, we all been here before. We're locals. I mean, or this, so we kind of know. So it's kind of funny, like when they always want to defend the
y'all not even letting people talk.
men
Like
that are acting
Hey,
a fool.
sis,
Not
you
like
can
you have a
definitely
right
talk
to
after her
speak over
timer runs
him.
out. You gotta let her timer go out first, okay? Sis, you can go after her. I
but the
don't mind.
people who are engaging, you not letting them
Oh,
speak.
you
It's
gotta
so
let her finish. Do you hear me, sis?
funny,
Can you
but
hear what I'm saying?
Y'all haven't
I
even
gotta
let me
laugh.
speak
I
yet.
know because
More.
you just
And he
got
was
up
one
here.
of the
You have to let
people
her
in his
finish.
60s
You
years
gotta let her
old.
finish.
60,
This is an
60
open
years
panel.
old.
Okay, I'm sorry about that,
If
D. Go
y'all want
ahead.
to do all that, y'all could get on the phone and talk to each
Oh my God. Like, could you stop?
other. The fuck?
Like, wait, have some
Have a good
self-control.
night, you weird bitch.
Have some self-control. Please don't make me do that. I don't like to do it to black women. I really don't. I really give y'all a chance.
Oh my
Like, she
God.
just dropped. She just left. Like, now, if she had been a man, I would have really drugged her for filth. But I really be trying to give black women a chance. But
She sound like a man. But
yeah,
anyway,
she didn't have
I
any
was mentioning
self-control.
Kevin Samuel because Kevin Samuels was one of the people who, he was dusty. Everybody loved to preach about him, but clearly he was unalived. Being a mess or whatnot. Kevin Samuels was a dusty himself.
He was
60 years
unalive on
old.
the same way that he was judged.
Y'all gotta let D
So
finish,
that's
y'all.
all I had to
Oh,
say.
that's all you had to say.
That's all I had to say. Cause that girl was very interesting.
Yeah, I don't know what she had going on. I don't know what was wrong with her. I thought she was just gonna go ahead and finish what she had to wait for you to finish, but it was like, and now you're done. Like so.
I blocked her because I
Okay,
blocked
she
her
just
because
sent another request. Now maybe she should be chill and respect everybody. I just brought her back up here. I'm gonna give you a timer, sis. Everybody has a timer to speak, and I definitely let the women speak. So I'm gonna give you 2 minutes, sis. You can go ahead now.
Good
Go ahead.
morning. Well, good evening to some of you. Good morning. My name is Evagene, definitely not a pick me. The problem was the microphone kept muting me when I was speaking and someone blocked me. So I couldn't really, all I could do was request again. I couldn't type. I never told her to let the man speak. I said, can we listen to the full conversation so I can comprehend what we're even talking about? Every time someone speaks, I hear coming, responding to them, but I don't even know what y'all are talking about because you keep cutting the other person off. I'm just saying, can we hear the full conversation so I can follow? I can't follow when someone keeps cutting the other person off. I'm not a pick me. I am a perfectly happy by myself. I'm not male centered. This isn't about letting a male talk. If I sound like a man, cool. What does your mother sound like? Like y'all talking about black women, but you sitting here talking about my voice. Like as
I
soon
didn't
as I
say
get on.
anything about your voice. What are you talking about?
One
said
of you
something
guys
about her
did say I
voice.
sound like a man.
Okay,
Someone
well
said
I
that
I
did
sound
wasn't
like
say
a
me.
it.
I'm
man,
the
and that
okay,
was
I
D.
rude. Like,
said it.
why are we
Okay,
I
D,
said
hold
it.
immediately?
on, hold
Why
on,
are
D.
we?
You
I
have to
don't
let her
understand how
finish.
we're immediately going for people's looks and
I
things
didn't
that
say.
I can't control.
Okay, let me just
When
let you
I'm
finish.
just trying to say I want to hear the conversation. I don't even usually listen to TikTok lives and stuff like that. But when I first got on, I was like, okay, what they talking about? I just got off of work. I'm not watching anything else. I was interested, but I can't be interested in something that sounds like I'm just listening to someone basically eat eat people up who decide to speak on a question that is literally posted as the picture of the live.
Okay.
I'm just trying to follow the conversation. I'm not attacking any of the women in here. I'm not calling anyone a pick me. I really, men are the last thing on my mind right now. I'm very
Okay, your timer ran out.
secure with myself.
Okay.
Okay.
So let me say
Okay.
this. Let me just respond to you real quick. I didn't say anything about your voice. I can't be responsible for what anyone else says on the panel, but I'm the host. I said this is a black woman's space, and it is. And I didn't say anything about your voice. I didn't say nothing about your voice, nothing about what you look like. I didn't say make any personal attacks against you. I normally don't do that. I try not to ever do that to black women. It's been a couple times I've had to do that due to the things they were saying, but I try not to do that. That's number one. Okay. So I just want to get that clear. I didn't say anything negative towards you. I did see you unmuting yourself and talking crazy and stuff, but I don't know why it was directed to me because I did nothing to you. Number two, if you say that you don't like the way the live is running and how it's going and you don't like how I'm talking over the dudes, then all you have to do is hit the X and leave. You can't come in and tell, it's like me going in your house and telling you how you should clean out your toilet and how you should do your dishes and how you should cook your breakfast. How in the world am I going to tell you how to do what you do in your own place? So you can't tell me how to do what I want to do in my own place. This is my
Okay.
life.
So well,
If
then
you
the
are,
live
please
should be
don't
titled.
interrupt. Please don't interrupt me. I did not interrupt you. Like I said before, you just did that earlier. Have some respect, please. So, like I was
The
saying,
people in the
okay,
comments
so
are
let
just
me
as
drop you,
delusional.
okay? Because clearly you don't have any respect. I don't know what's wrong with you. You don't have any emotional regulation, whatever it is that you got going on. I can't help you with that, sis. And I really am not a hypocrite. I do try to respect black women. Now, if you was a black man, I would have did something handled you totally different. But I'm trying to respect you, even though you didn't respect me. But once again, like I said, if you can use your powers of deduction, coming into somebody else's space and telling them how to handle what they want to do over their side is nuts. It's crazy. Like I said, it's like me going in your house and telling you how to make your breakfast and how to clean out your toilet and the way that I feel like you should do it when I don't even know you. You don't know me. So if you don't like the live, exit out. Because if I hear men pushing harmful narratives, I've talked to these Negroes every day, all day about a whole host of topics. I already know where they're going when they first start talking. They're not intelligent. Half of them don't have any education. Half of them don't even have a basic vocabulary. Half of them ain't even read no books besides The Cat in the Hat. and green eggs and ham. So once again, engaging with them is not that difficult. Maybe it's difficult for you to catch on to talking to some low IQ ignoramuses, but not me. So I'm sorry that I don't have a remedial live for you to join where I can give you the Cliff Notes version or the doggone, what is it? Live for Dummies version. I don't have that for you. So once again, if you don't like it, you can always exit. But you coming up here and over talking and doing this, that, and the third, I feel like you are a pick me. Because the reason why you got in that box is because you didn't like the way I was speaking to the men. And it can't be because you're a nice person and that you know how to use, like you just felt so upset because of the way people were doing, because you came up here very belligerent, very ignorant, very out of pocket, unmuting yourself, talking all loud, acting all crazy, acting all wild. So I know it can't be that. So what it was is that you heard me talking to those men and you had your cape on and that save a whole cape was on and you felt like you wanted to come in here and save these hoes. And I'm sorry, but you can't save these hoes here, baby. You can't shame me into saving these hoes. You can't yell at me into saving these hoes. You can't even pay me into saving these hoes. Men don't get saved over here. All right? Don't save him. He don't want to be saved. Don't save him. So if you want to save some dudes, go on your own live and start one. Okay? Since you just got off of work, make you some chamomile tea and relax and chill. Have a great day. Do better. Honestly, do freaking better. All right, let me go next up here to girl with infinite knowledge. Go ahead. Start your timer. Go ahead, sis.
Hi, everyone.
Hey.
Hi. I just want to preface this by saying I love the live. I love what you're doing here because I'm not native to America. I'm from Africa, but I do watch a lot of American propaganda, and honestly, the hate that Black women receive, not just in media but in real life, is just it's honestly so tiring. It's so tired. I'm so tired of seeing it. We are some of the strongest women out there and we get the most disrespect. So to just find a platform where you uplift us and respect us and demand respect on behalf of all Black women, kudos to that. The second thing I want to say is I just want to answer the prompt. Do men have value forever? Do women have an expiration date? There's actually a science that's been proven that the male sperm, it actually starts to expire after 35. So the quality of their sperm starts decreasing. They also do have male menopause, contrary to popular belief that we expire and they do.
Hey, excuse
And
me,
women,
night runner. If you do that again, I'm gonna drop you and block you. I just want you to know that I'm not playing with you.
Bitch.
Bye bye. See you later, Ashy, Dusty. Go ahead, sis. Sorry about that.
Black men are just, oh my goodness, they're so problematic. That was dusty behavior. That was dusty behavior. So yes, like I said, men do expire actually, and the quality of women's ovaries actually remain the same. We just don't carry them. We can't have children after a certain age, but the quality of our ovaries remain the same throughout our lifespan. So to answer your question, I don't think men have value forever. We add value to men.
All right. I got you. I appreciate you. All right, let me go next up here to Unruly. Go ahead, sis. Let me start your timer for you. Go ahead.
Yo, what's going on? Hello to the panel. I just wanted to comment because I ain't gonna lie, I've been dying laughing in the comments because everything you've been saying been factual. Like, do men have value forever? Of course they don't. There's no way. Like, because like you said, anybody can pay for sex or smicks. That's anybody can do that. And do women have expiration dates? That's everybody. Everybody has an expiration date. If you want to be technical, we all die, right? I don't even understand that question. So, but I don't even need all that time because I'm pretty much done.
Okay, all right. I got you, Unruly. I appreciate you, sis. All right, let me go next up here to J Rob. Go ahead, J Rob.
Hey, I
Hey.
went on ahead and listened for like 5 seconds, and I went on ahead and subscribed because heck yeah. First of all, do men have value forever? No. With ED, a big problem with them with ED. The fact that they get the beer gut and they don't even get pregnant is crazy. I just think that they don't have value other than a paycheck, and they reduce themselves to a paycheck every time you listen to them talk. So after just reducing yourself down to a paycheck, which is something that I can get, you really don't have much value to me. I would love for them to have value, but they just show you otherwise with their rhetoric and the lack of education. I feel like you can't even have a decent conversation with men these days because they don't have the intellectual capacity to hold a conversation. They can't use big words. They use words out of context. And I value a person that can have an actual conversation and speak intelligently and just make you feel like, wow, you have something to offer and something to say. So, now, do women expire? No, we don't. We will always continue to add value to whoever we come in contact with. It's just a reality. And even if we are together with a man and they pass on, we still go on about our lives. There's no expiration date. And I do agree with her, we all end up eventually passing on. But as far as like expiring in the way that we're thinking about here, no, women will always hold the world together because without us, it would fall apart immediately if men were if there were no women. So that's all I wanted to say. Shout out to you. This was great.
All right. I appreciate you. Sis. All right, let me go next up here to official Miss Williams. I gotta start your timer, sis. Go ahead, Miss Williams.
Good evening, everyone. So do men have value forever? I'm gonna say no to that. Just like the other lady said, I feel like at a certain point their value kind of goes down and is really kind of based on what women accept, in my opinion. And so a lot of times I feel like us women, we often settle and men don't. They don't settle. And then the second question, can't hardly see that second question.
Oh, it just says, do women have an expiration date?
Oh, no. So I definitely do not think that we have an expiration date. Just like the previous woman said, we hold things together, and we are what add value to the world. So that's all I wanted to say.
All right. I got you. I appreciate you, Miss Williams. All right, let me go next up here to Miss D. I'll start your timer, Miss D. Go ahead.
Hey, I forgot to say the prompt. So, do men have value forever? No. They spoil like milk. They're the next Karen. That's what they are. Like these men that want to watch these toxic masculinity shows, they're like the new Karen. They are just horrible. They're at the nursing homes and they want us to be there for them because they was thotting and bopping their whole lives and they want to blame us for stuff. Do women have an expiration date? No, we don't. Because we just get better with time. As long as we, pour into ourselves and we get away from the craziness or whatnot, we do extremely well. We're going to do well because we have that energy. It's something about us that energy, that glow about a Black woman. I can't speak for nobody else, no other races, because all I know is being Black. But we have that about ourselves. We're gonna persevere and we're gonna look good because we're gonna pour into ourselves. We're gonna get it done. When we cut our hair off, just know we about to do something. Like literally, we're gonna change something, and that's gonna be our breakthrough. When we put on a new outfit, we're gonna do something great. Like literally, it's just something about the essence of us being Black. Like, I don't care, African American, African, West Indian, whatever, you get what I'm saying? Black women in general as a culture, we could dye that hair red. We could get it, whatever. We're going to look good. We're going to do that. It's something about our energy, our walk. We will bounce back 10 times better. That's just how it is. Like for us strong and great black women, we're gonna bounce back. And so that Dusty that tried to break us, trust and believe that karma's gonna hit them so hard.
All right,
That's all I
I
had to
got.
say.
Okay, all right, I got you, D. Okay, so there's the P Town. I think that's your name. I don't know exactly what you're saying in the comments, but I need you to clarify really quickly because you keep saying what, like you're questioning what I'm trying to say. And if you don't want to get in the box, that's fine. Just answer, tell me how old you are. And then we can have a conversation moving forward based on that fact because I want to talk about something that is 57. Okay. I'm gonna talk to you in a minute, but let me let this person up here speak, and then we're gonna have a conversation, sir. Go ahead, Calendars Lounge. You there? Let me see your. Oh, I think I muted you. Oh, sorry about that. You can unmute yourself again. Sorry about that. I was trying to unmute you. Shoot. You there?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm here.
Okay. Go ahead, sis.
So, to answer the question, do men have value forever? No, because we all die. And do women have an expiration date? Depends on the woman and how well she takes care of herself. I also wanted to say, is this a safe space for Black women or just a place for you miserable women to try to prove that you're valuable? I'm confused.
Are you married?
Are you?
Yes. So are
Wonderful.
you?
So you
Are
don't
you?
want to,
No. Answer
you
the
can't go
question
lay with
first.
your husband
Are
right
you
now
married?
instead of
Are
being
you
on
married?
live trying
Are
to
you married? Are
prove
you
your
married?
value to
Are
anybody?
you
You need to
married?
shut
Are you
up.
Are
married?
you married?
You
I
can
I,
go to
I don't want to
hell.
have the conversation unless you ask, are you married? Are you married, Calendars Lounge? Yes or no? Answer it. That's what I want to know. Are
I
you
knew
married?
she was coming up here with something.
Old
I
school
knew it.
pick me.
Okay,
I
so that's
knew
hold
it.
on, y'all. Hold on. That's exactly what I'm saying. Now, you notice that when I asked Calendars Lounge if she was married, she didn't answer. She just asked me, was I? But she didn't say anything else. That is the mind of a pick me right there. Because she feels as if she puts her cape on high enough, flies it high to the sky, that a man will choose her. But it will not happen. Calendars Lounge, if you're still in here, I want you to know something. You attacking other women for having a voice, you calling other women miserable for speaking about things, that harmful narratives that are going on about other women is not going to get you chosen. It hasn't worked now. You sound like you're at least in your late 30s. I can hear it. You're at least in your late 30s and you still don't have a man. You still don't have a husband. You still haven't secured that man that you are so willing to get on your hands and knees and beg for some Ritz crackers. You know what I'm saying? You're willing to get on your hands and knees and bark like a dog, and you still cannot secure a man. You out here being a super pick me and still cannot secure a man. And I just want y'all to know something. I am a woman that has been married for 16 years. It will be 17 years this year. And I am not a pick me of the slightest. When you are a pick me, you attract the worst of the worst of the worst type of men. You attract the type of men that were in this live. Men that think that women are only shells. So if you don't look good, you don't have any worth. Oh, if you're not being a wife appliance for me, you're not cooking, cleaning, slaving, mammying for me, then you're worthless. Those are the type of men that you will attract. And those are probably the type of men that you've been attracting, which is why you are still alone. I really want y'all to understand that being a pick me is not going to get you nowhere except busted, disgusted, and turning on your fellow sister. There's no reason for you to do that. Do you think that these men will come up here and defend you? Calendar, whatever that name was, that lounge you had coming up, and then you're so much of a coward, you came up from your business page. Like what? You came up from your business page. I just want y'all to know that's not going to work. And y'all, the women that speak the most pick me behavior, whether they're married or whether they're single, they never have the men that anybody wants. Look at Janine, just a girl. Look at her husband. He looked like the doggone leprechaun in the Leprechaun horror movie franchise. That's who he looked like. You know what I'm saying? Y'all never have the men that women really want. Y'all never do. You know what I'm saying? So I just want y'all to know that y'all got to do better. Do better. You want to call me miserable, but you're really miserable because you waited and you listened to all of these women speak only to say that we were miserable. How did that make you feel? How did that make you feel? Because it didn't hit the way you thought it was going to hit. You just ended up looking stupid. That's terrible. That sucks for you. I'm sorry about that, sister. I really am. I really feel sorry for her.
That
I
Rock
really do.
33 guy is talking smack too. He talking smack, talking about, wow, you have to devalue her as a woman because she doesn't agree. Is that wild? Nobody's devaluing her.
Look, Rock 33, nobody devalued that woman. I didn't say anything. All I said was that her chasing after men that automatically look at her as less than is never going to result in anything fruitful. Which is why when I asked her was she married, she ain't say nothing. And it's not that being married is the end all or be all of anything, but I feel like if you're a pick me, isn't that the end all be all for pick me's? That you want to secure a man because a man is you don't have any worth of value if you don't have one. So for you to wrap up your entire existence into that and still not be able to secure the deal or seal the deal, that's embarrassing. Because men never do that for women. I very rarely ever hear men come up here and dog out other men and try to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see that. Or when I see these panels where it's filled with men and the men are spewing out how much they don't like women, how women are this, that, and the third, I very rarely see men get up there with their cape on for black women. They don't do it. They don't do it. So why, as a woman, would you do it? And it's really just that simple, Rock 33. I didn't name call her. How did I name call her? Because she won't. Okay, so Rock 33 said you literally name called her and said that she wouldn't get married to a good man. Calling somebody a pick me is not a name call. It's an objective truth. What she did up here was pick me behavior. So I don't know her, so all I can do is make a decision based on the behavior that she's displayed to me. That was pick me behavior. So she's a pick me. So didn't name call her. Number two, I spoke the truth. Pick me's never get good men. That's also a fact.
Mm-hmm.
So what are we talking about? Both of those things were name calling. So
she
I know
also
that it hurt
got
your
up here
feelings.
being disrespectful. She was like, your day job, but you won't hear your day job. Like, that was disrespectful right there. Like, how she know what you
Exactly.
do?
She don't know what I do. I could be John Wick. I could be John Wick for a living.
Exactly.
Okay, I could be up here.
Oh my God.
Shoot, I could only work in the nighttime. I could work in it. I could be on a flight. I probably could be on a flight.
You could
but
be
my
the
phone
owner
gotta
of
be off.
the pink pony, the pink pony or something. they some clowns.
Okay, let's see here. Rock 33 says, I get what you're saying, but y'all are all black queens. It has to be a better way to talk to. Okay, so let me say this. I talk to black women great. I just had a black woman come up here and violate and disrespect and talk over D, who comes all the time, and act crazy. And I never treated her the way I treat these men. I don't, and I didn't. And the lady that was just up here, I didn't dog her out either. So I don't know what you're talking about. Like, confrontation is something that's gonna happen when you're talking to people. But I don't talk to black women crazy. But you're not gonna talk to me crazy and say something that don't make no sense, and I'm not gonna challenge it. So if that's the type of time that you're on, sucks to be you, because you must not really be holding anybody in your circle accountable. So I don't know what to tell you. This person sent me a request. I don't know. Send me a request. I just want you to know, if you come up here and you say something crazy, I'm going to drop you real quick. But let me go down here to Not a Guru, because you've been down here for a while, sis. Did you have anything else to say? I'm sorry.
Oh no, sorry. I'm like over here working while listening, but that girl, let's clarify, let's all be clear. When she asked Trig if she was married, is because that woman conflates value to male validation, right? She was saying that if Trig has a husband, then Trig is valuable. She is looking to equate someone's value to how a man perceives them in proportion to male validation. She is a pick me. That is objectively being a pick me. She was gagged because Trig clocked her and was like, I've been married for 16 years and she's not married, which is typical for most pick-me's. Because if that was the case, most of these pick-me's that we see in media, they wouldn't be running around with mics in their face. They would be at home with a husband and kids. So let's clock that first and foremost. Lastly, like, the biggest issue with having a lot of these conversations is the fact that men have bought into the delusion of patriarchy even more so than women have. Because at the end of the day, this system is taking your labor from you, your emotional maturity and your emotional intelligence, and it's taking away your connections as a man. If you are not understanding that conflating your value as a human being with a dollar, that, as we're seeing right now happening to our dollar, is very risky. Not seeing that is asinine of you, right? Like, you are more than just a dollar. And a system that has you operating as that is the blame. It's not the women that are next to you that are also being entangled into this system and being taught that their value, again, is external to them, just like whatever lounge lady said up there. Again, conflating value to something external, which is not the definition of value. You are easily bought, you are easily manipulated, you are easily sold, whatever, because you conflate your value to how other people perceive you and how you operate within the system. Patriarchy is damaging and deadly to men, most importantly, because most men die looking back at their lives, realizing they did not ever live as their actual selves. They did not live a full life. They did not express their emotions. They did not actually connect with the people around them because they were slaves to a machine that took their youth, that took their options, that took their freedom, and constantly fed them slop via media, music, and all these things. And you're not understanding that, especially as Black men. Your labor is all it's looking for. And this promise of wealth that most of you statistically won't even touch is what's channeling you, is what's having you guys to keep channeling for this system. But you're going to die lonely, old, and alone if you don't realize this system is against you.
All right. I got you. Not a guru. I appreciate you. I definitely agree. I did want to respond to what's the guy, P-Town, in the comments, who said Willie Lynch is undefeated. First of all, I really need y'all to be educated. And I know it's so hard to have these conversations with y'all because, like I said before, y'all say that I am being like rude and mean to y'all, but really I'm telling y'all the truth. And I think that your mother's lied to you, your grandmother's lied to you, your sister's lied to you, your nieces lied to you. Your daughters, if you're in their lives, may lie to you. But I'm going to tell you guys the truth. Y'all are very uneducated, the lot of you. The majority of you are. The majority of you don't have any type of critical thinking skills. Y'all don't even have the wherewithal to, when someone gives you a stat or a fact, to go double check it to see if it's accurate or it's real. You just take it and run with it if it fits some type of narrative that you want to believe. The Willie Lynch letter is not real. Let me block this Dre legend. Please get up out of here. I don't even think you Black. Don't you got to go somewhere and make you some birria tacos? Like, please get out of here. Like, why are you in Black business? Get out of here. Anywho, I'm sorry about that. I love birria tacos. Let me just say, the Willie Lynch letter is not real, man. It's not real. And the fact that y'all be quoting this and y'all don't even know this is scary. A 57-year-old man. He said he was 57. A 57-year-old goofball doesn't know that the letter is not real. Do y'all know how embarrassing that is? Do y'all know how embarrassing that is? Okay.
Did y'all see his page though? He looked like a clown, Mr. P-Town.
Oh my goodness.
Like let me look. Go look at his face.
Oh my goodness. Let me look it up right now. What's his name? You said it's Mr. P-Town?
No, I said Mr. P-Town because he old and dusty. What's his name? Somebody, I'm scrolling up. What's his name? P-Town.
Let me scroll up and let me see.
P-Town 87. P-Town 87.
Okay, hold on. Let me see.
Oh my God. So y'all got me. Goodness. Y'all got me dragging people, man. I feel so bad.
Hold on. Oh my goodness. Lord have mercy. Oh my goodness. and he one of these ones that's been smited by God, bald headed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness! Look, y'all see this? Hold on. No, because wait a minute. I already had screenshot this picture. Hold on, y'all. Look here.
It's the same dusty
This
aesthetic.
This a man that spent his time in the gym, but he still got a
Yep.
baby beer gut. Do you know
Yep.
how undedicated of an individual you have to be to take a lot of pictures where you're in the gym and you still got a baby beer gut?
Yep.
What in the world? And he's giving me mixed messages because he got the arms, but then he got the gut too. So
He looks sus
something in
too.
his diet ain't right.
He looks suspect too. I don't know. He giving me DL vibes. I don't know, man. He really is. And I lived in Atlanta for several years, and like I know a DL when I
Oh
see.
Lord. You
Have
saying
y'all been following
this what he put on
that man,
Grindr?
the DL whisperer?
He put this on Grindr, girl. Is that what you saying? That's the pick he uses?
I don't know, but he using something. I don't know, but
oh my goodness. Look at this. Look at this. Hold on, y'all. Y'all see this? See, that's what I'm saying. Like, these are the men. These are the men that they want. They want to tell. They want us to feel like they the ones that's superior, and that
he
they
said
got
he
all this worth
loved
from value.
women. He said he loved. Of course, DL women love. I mean, DL men love women. Yeah, of course they do.
I just can't. For real. But I forgot. Let me say. All right. The fact that like P-Town, seriously, no funny business, is 57 years old and he doesn't know that the Willie Lynch letter is fake is very scary to me. Like, honestly and truly, like, it's a very scary situation. And the problem that I have with the majority of black men, and I'll be real with you, the amount of black men that I have met in my life, like seriously, that I have felt that have been intellectually on my level, it's been, I could only use one hand to count. And that is the truth. Because it's like y'all don't try to educate yourselves, and you don't necessarily have to go to college to be educated. In the day and age that we live in, you can educate yourself with your phone. There you can get books. You know you can get Kindle. You can go do your research. You can if you ain't got no money, you can go to little low key sites and get books for free to read. They can educate you on anything that you need to know and that you need to be educated on, whether that be the government, whether that be Black history, whether that be ways to better yourselves. And the fact that y'all refuse to do that is actually terrifying to me. The fact that y'all be almost senior citizens and y'all don't do this is scary. And then the fact that y'all don't educate yourselves on anything, but you feel so passionately about things that are not rooted in reality is also nuts. The fact that y'all think that y'all are going to miraculously be broke all of your life, make $15 an hour all of your life, and then at 60 years old, you're going to be some type of billionaire baller that's going to be able to get a 20-year-old girl that is beautiful, that has all the options in the world, but somehow she's going to accept you and want to be with your old behind, and you're only making $50K a year. I don't understand why y'all believe the things that y'all believe. It's not rooted in reality, nor do you see it happening either. You don't even see it in your real life. So it's just like, what is wrong with y'all? I don't understand it. Like, I really don't understand it. P-Town, you said that was old pick. Let me see yours. I don't got to let you see nothing.
You're retired.
And that's another thing. I wish that y'all would understand the difference between me and y'all is that I'm looking at your pictures. You're an old, over the hill, senior citizen, bald-headed man who don't have no hair on his head, can't use a comb, can't use a brush, can't wear a do-rag, can't wear a wave cap, and you over there looking goofy, and you don't got nobody, right? So that's why you in here trying to do thirst pics at your Planet Fitness, right? You probably don't even got the black card for the 25. You probably got the cheap one that you can only go to one gym. So look here. You want me to prove something for what? I'm married. I got somebody. I got what you want. I know you're tired of ejaculating into socks. I know you're tired of going to your local track and trying to see if you can get some disadvantaged girl that will accept $40 from you to stomach and tolerate seeing your bald head and your baby beer gut naked. Like, that's you. You got to prove something to me. I don't got to prove nothing to you, nigga. Like, and that's my thing. Y'all think that why would I have to prove anything to y'all? I don't care what you think about me. You could think I'm the ugliest, the fattest, the oldest, the most washed. So, and I tell you one thing that I can do that you can't. When I wouldn't have an orgasm, all I have to do is roll over and tap my husband and be like, yeah. Y'all can't do that. Y'all have to get up, put your clothes on, go to the ATM, give $40 and go drive up and down the street and see if you can find somebody that's addicted to illegal substances that will, that needs to hit real bad, that will entertain you. You have to do that, not me. I don't have to do that. So anyway, I don't care what men think of me. I don't care about y'all. I don't care what y'all think. I don't care nothing about y'all. So I will never prove anything to y'all. Not to mention that I did used to show my face on here back in the day. So that's another point. So I'm never scared to show what I look like. I just don't do it anymore for safety purposes. But nonetheless, yeah. And Rock 33, I really need you to get out of my life, you big goofball, with this so fake pseudo, oh, black people, this is why we ain't never gonna get along, cause we don't know how to talk to each other. Look, you're a man, right? You a man, right? You got nuts, right? Be a man and stop being a bitch. Okay? Stop it. I see y'all got me using bad words again. I apologize. Look at here. Be a man up. Men talk to other men like this all the time. Y'all can handle me talking like this to y'all. I didn't talk to the women like this. I'm talking to the men. They can handle it. You can handle it. Okay? And you came in here because you saw this prompt, and I know that you believe it too. And you just too much of a coward to get in a box and say how you feel. But you believe you. And that's why I'm talking to them the way that I'm talking to them. So it's just that simple. P-Town 87 says your husband can deal with you. Congrats. Yep, he sure can. And those hookers that you deal with whenever you nut can deal with you too. Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like a nut. Sometimes I don't. Oh, enjoy that. No, look, ED. P-Town 87 got ED.
I'm not even thinking about y'all said the live skipping now. You see that? Now the live is skipping, y'all, because these men are upset.
Reporting us.
I'm gonna block them. I'm gonna block them right now. I'm gonna block the two dudes. I'm gonna block P-Town and that Rock 33 because they probably the ones reporting. Let me block them right now. Let me block P-Town. Let me find Rock. I'm about to block Rock too. Bye. Get out of here. Skedaddle.
Because we keeping black people down. That's what he said.
You know what is so funny is that I promise you, when those lies be going up of black men talk about black women and they be dragging black women, I don't never see them lives getting taken down. And they don't ever be skipping either.
Exactly, because they I'm telling you, they are the new Karen. They are the new Karen. Like literally, they should just paint themselves YT because they Karens. They want to be us so bad. Like everything I keep hearing these days in threads is men arguing with women all the time. You know what? Misandry. This is misandry. What about the men? Men are getting abused. SA. Men are getting this. Men are getting that. And I'm like, no.
Yeah, it's real crazy. Like, I mean, it's just like, it's very annoying that men want to like say
they
want to
be us. They want
it's crazy
to be us. They want the benefits. Like they want to switch places with. They think they the prize. I've had somebody tell me they were like, you know what? I'm gonna go do what you do. I said, you don't know what I do. You don't know what I do. What do I do? Well, you're a woman, so you have everything easy. So first of all, sir, you need to stop. You need to stop, and you need to go somewhere.
It's just like, I mean, I really don't understand it. They said they want women to do facts over feelings, to have debates with facts and stats and logic and all of that. But when I actually give them like a real perspective that is like rooted in reality, they're not trying to hear it.
They want to move the goalpost. They want to move the goalpost all the time.
Like, that's not giving logical to me. That's giving illogical. And I just, like I said, I don't know what they got going, but anyway, y'all, I didn't plan on talking about this, for a very long time. I'm actually going to make a video about this, but I I saw Kendra, the lady, the black woman Kendra that has that like dating show or whatever. She had this like 54-year-old man on there, and he was talking about how he was looking for a 20-year-old, and he was talking about how
Ew.
like he was just talking how like women that's older, you know, they want to be young and they want to do this and that, and men got value forever and all this. And this man looked so disgusting, like he was so unattractive. And I was just thinking, like, men really are delusional. Like, men really are delusional. Like, they don't live in reality. Like, they do not live in reality at all. Because I
Mm-mm.
don't understand how you can be a man. He said he was 54. You can be 54 years old and look like that and still feel like you're better than, like, you know, like it just doesn't make any sense. Oh, so y'all saw him? Lisa said he looked homeless. Yes, he did. He looked disgusting. He looked like his
I
he looked
need to
like
watch it.
he looked like he stank. He looked like he smelled like corn chips.
I
That's what
believe
he looked
it.
like.
Oh my god.
Y'all ever had like somebody walk past you in the grocery store and they just like was like really stinky and they
Yes,
smell like
they
that's what
smell
he
like cheese and crackers
yes,
and
that's what he
something.
looked like he smelled like. So
Oh
it's
my
just
god.
like, what? Sir, you don't even look attractive at all. Like, he wasn't even remotely attractive. Like, not at all. And he did the little interview from Thailand. This man was in Thailand. So you already know he was over there trying to get some underage
Oh
kids probably.
yes. Oh yes. Somebody I knew, well, I worked with at my internship back in the day, they got him because he was always going to Thailand and he was married doing this stuff. Oh yeah, he was. So it's big over there.
It's disgusting.
That's something else. But they just he remind me the guy y'all talking about. I didn't see the thing. He remind me of this guy I used to talk to that lied about his age. He tells me that he's entitled to not tell me his age. Dude, that sounds so predatory. And then I mean, he's just like, you know what? This is my last. I said, dude, I don't care. You're a liar and you suck. And you voted for that guy and you lied about all of that. That like all the stuff he did was like he tried to like change himself to fit in. He was a turd, like literally. I told somebody I wouldn't even let him smell my get up air or my farts or anything because he's just horrible. Like
I mean,
seriously.
I really think that a lot of men, and it's like, because I feel like a lot of black women are saying it, and you know, I feel like the collective of black men don't listen to the things that black women say. But red pill is really affecting men like really badly. And it's affecting not only are certain, because they have certain red pill creators that are geared to like teenage boys, like I would say somewhere between like 12 and 16. Then you have some of the red pill creators that are looking for like 18 to 25. And then you have some that cater to 25 and up, or I would say maybe 30, 35 and up, like older men. And it is changing their complete perspectives on women, what to expect from a woman, what they think that they're going to get for a woman. And they're never going to get all of that. They're not going to get any of that. And so all of the things that they put onto women, like, oh, you know, you guys are going to unalive alone and be with the cat or whatever, this, that, and the third. You know, even though I know a lot of women are completely happy, you know, being single and being by themselves. And I believe that women have the capability of being by themselves and being actually really happy by creating community. But I don't think the same goes for men, because I really do think that men need women. They need a woman because women add so much, you know, to
Mm-hmm.
men, that they actually need it. So that's the reason why I think that men project on what they will feel onto women,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not the same. But I do think that because of all of this brainwashing with red pill, that what is going to happen is there are going to be a lot of men that are going to be unhappy and alone, and they are going to have the fate that they wished on black women and also other races of women as well, that they're going to actually have that fate. And that's what's scary, because it's a lot of men that are being affected by this. Like, I saw this girl, she was doing a TikTok or whatever. I think she said she was like 26 or something. She was really pretty. She was real cute. And she said that this dude took her out on a date. And when the bill came, he was telling her, like, you know, was she gonna go back to his place or whatever, because he wasn't prepared to invest in a woman yet. if she wasn't willing to invest in him with her body. So he didn't want to be taken advantage of. And she said a whole bunch of other stuff that he said that was definitely red pill coded. And she said that she told him, kindly, I will pay for my half of the meal. And she told him that that was it. And, she got, because they didn't drive together, and she left. And she said that he kept trying to talk to her afterward and was telling her once I guess he realized that she really wasn't going to talk to him anymore, he was telling her if he could have another chance. And she was like, no. And that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, these men are listening to other men that don't even have what you want. So why are you listening like all the men that listen to Kevin Samuels? It's like you're listening to a man that was twice divorced, that don't got no woman, that's old and miserable and washed, don't even have a good relationship with his children, and you're listening to him about how your life is supposed to go. And you think your life is gonna go good? And you listen to that man? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. And men aren't looking at it logically at all. Like, if anything, it's like you want to listen to a man about what women like and what women want. Wouldn't you say, if you say that you're straight, right? And you say that you like women and you want to be with women and you like vagina, then wouldn't you want to listen to people with vaginas about what they like and how to get them? Why wouldn't you want to make the woman happy that you're trying to secure and get with? But they want to not do that. They want the women to suffer and then think the women are supposed to be with them. It's really, it just don't make no sense. Like, it's going to be a lot of men sad and lonely. I see it. And I've talked to so many younger girls now. I don't talk about too much about the stuff that I do outside of here, because some of the stuff because I got so many haters, just make sure, people can't find me personally. But I've talked to a lot of girls that I would say that are in the age range of teens, late teens, and they are completely turned off by boys, because the boys in their schools are also listening and consuming this content. So they said that right now that the generation that's coming up, I think it's
Gen Z or Alpha.
Yeah, Gen Z and Alpha
really about to be messed
they
up.
are. They said that is the one where they feel like at least 50% of young women are probably going to be single and childless because of the way that things are going on. I can't tell, even my teen daughters, that's like, oh, but guys are just because the way they're acting. And it's like they're acting that way because they're looking at the men, the boys are following behind men that are worthless and don't have anything. Like, there's no way you should be following behind someone that doesn't have what you want. And
then also it's like they want to be little boys too. What I noticed, like a lot of them, they want to hang around people that are younger than them, which is nothing wrong with that. You should have some younger people around you and some older people too, and people your age. But when it's just a situation where it's only enablers and people that ain't helping you grow, you got to start looking at that like, hey, let's self-reflect. And I noticed that the last couple of dudes, it was typically like he wants to be a frat again. Like he's Omega, and dude wants to be. First he said he wasn't into it like that. Yeah, right. Dude is always like into that stuff. And you almost 50 years old. Grow up. Like, the stuff he be doing, he don't want to tell his age. No, I'm not. That's what you think. I'm not. No, I'm actually 30 something. No, you're not. And then I found a video of him with his hair, and he looked like what he did. He lied about who he was to try to pull me, and it was like I still didn't want you. Like, that's the thing. I didn't want you. Like, I was like, thank you for getting rid of this person, God. Thank you. Because he was just like a loser. Like, the stuff that he's like, well, I got money. I said, no, you don't. Men who have money don't have to say, you probably got something, but dude, I'm not moved by money. I got my own stuff going for myself, and I don't need you. But that's what they do. They try to groom these girls, and I feel sorry because some of them are going to fall for it.
All right, I got you. And I'm glad that you were able to definitely get out of that situation for sure. Okay.
He was sick. He's still around here coming to DC and trying to act like he really doing something. Like, he is like one of them fake black men that try to act like he YT, and it's like, dude, and he can't dress. Like, he don't got no swag. He is a cornball. It's just like, oh my God, I can't.
I just wanted to respond to AV in the comments. Like, if you think that this conversation is miserable, do you know how miserable you have to be to hear a miserable conversation and then not only listen, but then you click so that you can get in the live and then you can type in the live? That's actually miserable times infinity. So that's even more miserable than the people that you're saying are miserable that are talking. Because if you weren't miserable, you know what you would have did? You would have just kept scrolling. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all be so weird that y'all don't like what someone's saying, and y'all will say, why are you talking about that? Or why are you in their business at this, that, and the third? But then you'll come and say something like that. That don't even make logical sense. Like,
They
I
just
don't
be
even understand.
weird. It's weirdos. It's like a weird frequency going on. Like they said that this is somewhere, not to put the Bible out there, but somebody said that it's a section in a scripture somewhere in the Bible that talks about how these men are acting. And they said that it's the last days or something. And they also said that the stuff that man is doing in office, they said that what he's doing, he's exposing stuff that has been out there for a while, and that basically after this happens or something, it's I guess it's supposed to get better or something. It's going to awaken people. We shall see. But I mean, my thing is, I'm just laughing at the fact that they tried to say that it was a Lion King. The Lion King didn't have no monkeys. It didn't have no monkeys.
Girl, I saw that. I was just like,
They hate us because we the blueprint. They want to be us so bad. They they take our ideas, but they can't come up with nothing at all because they losers. They mediocre at best, and they know it. They know they are.
you know what? I will say that I feel like this, I mean, we already know that historically speaking, like it's already been racist and everything to
Yeah.
people. Like I follow all these like Black history pages and stuff
Yep.
where they'll show like all of these old black and white videos of like white people like super violating and just doing all type of crazy stuff and talking all crazy. So I know that this is not new, right? I know
No.
that, and I know that we've had different stages in American history, different time periods where racism will at least calm down. Well, I wouldn't say it's calmed down, but people didn't feel so comfortable as exposing it publicly in your face as much. And I just feel like with this last thing of Trump now, like he's just ramped it up yet again
Yep.
to where people even feel even more comfortable,
Oh yeah.
openly doing things. And
Oh
I
yeah.
would have never thought that you would have had a president. Not that I believe all politicians are crooked. I think
Yeah.
that Republicans are bad. I think
Mm-hmm.
Democrats are bad. I think they're just bad on both sides. They're the same,
Mm-hmm.
just different sides of the same coin. But I will still say that I would not have thought that because of the optics of how it looks, that you would
Mm-hmm.
have a president that would post something with a previous president and his black wife as
Yeah.
monkeys. Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that they don't believe it. I'm not saying it's
Yeah.
not stuff they talk about behind the scenes, but I would think that they would at least try to have some type of fake air of, you know what I'm saying? Of like,
Yeah.
not doing that.
They claim somebody else posted that, but yeah, right. We know the truth. And then what's really interesting is that some of these black men that voted for him, they're like, "Oh, I like him because he keeps it real." Dude, he don't like you. He don't like you. What don't you get? And it's just ridiculous. They will argue. They said a lot of them they were saying that a lot of the people that's in the hood voted for him. It's like a mentality behind it. That's what they were saying. It was like on one of these memes, one of these talks, they had like broke it down, the types of people that voted for him. And I was just like, wow, that's horrible.
Yeah, it's real. It's real crazy. Like, I mean, I feel like he's really like, I don't know if people will agree with me. I don't know. But I would just say, like, I've lived through a lot of different presidents, and of
Mm-hmm.
course they've done certain things, but I never felt like the things like actually like had an effect on like my day-to-day life, even though it could have had an effect on black people or
Yeah.
a certain demographic of black people. But I feel like for me, as like a grown woman now, that this particular term, he has done so many things that have directly
Mm-hmm.
impacted so many people's, like black people's and other people's too, real
Yeah.
everyday lives, that
Yeah.
it's just like, I just don't know how people feel comfortable with what's going on.
And that's what's so funny. They had people calling in on the news today talking about, you know what? I feel bad that I voted for him 3 times. This is horrible what he's doing. Don't try to nah. You did exactly what you want to do. You don't want to let go of that privilege. You want to let patriarchy rise. So you did what you want to do for your interests, but yet you voted against your interests because he don't care about you. Like, if you're not somebody that make within the 4% of the population that matters, they don't care about you. They ain't really rocking with you like that. And so my thing is, like, people feel like they bigger than the program, and they didn't start caring until it started affecting them, because they never thought it was going to be like that. They thought it was just going to be the blacks and browns that were affected. But no, it don't never work that way. It affects everybody. Like with the healthcare, that stuff, I start seeing my premium go up, and I'm like, I never had a copay. I never had a copay with my health insurance. And then all of a sudden, with my physical, with my primary care physician, I never had one. Then all of a sudden, I had one, and then I had to pay something for my prescription. I never had to pay for that. Like, I started seeing that before it was around 2025. Like, I want to say, yeah, like as soon as he got in, like as soon as he signed something, boom, it was there.
And you know what you said, like when you said like they thought that the black and brown people would be affected.
Yeah.
I think that the white tea people, right? They thought that it would just be black
Mm-hmm.
and brown people, but I think all of those Hispanics that voted,
Yep.
they thought that it was just gonna be black people. And
Yep.
so at the end of the day, everybody was cool with sacrificing black people, and now they see that all of them are at risk. They thought, oh, it's just gonna be the black people
Yep.
that we don't care, because nobody
Yep.
cares about black people when they say anything, and it's just like everybody talking about some.
Yep.
I can't believe this. I saw some white tea podcasters say,
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe there are so much civil rights violations right now by the police. We've never seen something like this. You
Yeah,
haven't?
right. Yes, you
Yeah.
have.
So you mean to tell me
George
you haven't seen black
Floyd,
people complaining about this?
Trayvon Martin. I started naming Breonna Taylor, Sandra Bland. I mean, I started Mike White. I started naming all of them. What's his name? Emmett Till. Let's see. James Byrd in Texas. I mean, I can name tons of them. Rosa Parks. I mean, come on now. I can keep naming them. And they act so stupid because they want to make it feel like this was not a problem. It's always been a problem. You've had 400 years to advance, and yet you blame everything on black people. They were sitting up there talking about, this is not right that this black person is driving a Lexus. It's some meme going around with a video. Why are they driving a Lexus? They didn't work hard. And like they showing the YT people, they look very, trailer trash or whatnot. And it's just like, you had 400 years to advance. Why are you mad when everything was pretty much built for you? Social services was for YT people. The mass transportation system was for YT people. I mean, Section 8, I want to say that was for them too. Everything was for them. Wasn't nothing for us. We couldn't even have like a man living in our house back in the day. That movie Claudine, that was about that, with Diane Carroll and whatnot, and the guy Darth Vader or whatnot, the guy that played Darth Vader. He was James Earl Jones. He was in there anyway. I mean, it's so much. Like, as women, we couldn't even have a right to vote unless they gave it to us. We couldn't even have our own credit card. We couldn't even buy our own house without their permission. We couldn't even abort. I mean, get rid of, we couldn't even get rid of stuff with, it's just so much to unpack. And if we filed a DV claim, they didn't even look at it as DV. They looked at it as a marital spat or whatnot. I mean, it's so much like the four waves of feminism. That stuff is real. Like my own mom, she's a baby boomer. She couldn't even, like, she forgot how it was. Like, literally, she had to go back. I said, Mom, these rules exist because this and that. This stuff is real. The fact that we had to have permission to be able to you had to have permission to get a divorce. I mean, it's just really sick. The fact that you got all these social institutions that control everybody, education, law, all this stuff. We don't have no control really at all. But they always want to say, oh, we being racist. We can't be racist. We're bigoted. We can be bigoted, but we can't be racist.
You know, I feel like I will say one thing. I mean, I agree with everything that you're saying, but I'll just say that I think that something monumental is on the cusp of happening. I think that whatever horrible thing that's going on, because I think the United States is going to implode from the inside, and I think that if it's going to happen, it's going to happen during Trump's term. I think it's going to happen within these next couple years. That's what I think. But let me go back up here to Miss Chrissy Baby, and then the next person. Go ahead, Miss Chrissy Baby.
Hey, Triggered.
Hey.
Hey, ladies.
Hey.
No, I wanted to add also, I have a 23-year-old daughter, and I know some other people that banked with, I don't know if I could say the bank, WF. They've been kicking women's out of their accounts and not getting their money. We're still trying to get my daughter's money out of, I just told her to join the credit union I'm with or whatever. But it's happening. It's already happening as far as like the women's stuff. But my only advice was to get a credit union, join a credit union, or, you know, if you want to risk just holding cash. But the banks are already starting to do some fugazi stuff. And I think the weirdest thing is like sitting back, like, you know, we're kind of sitting back and observing everything as a community and hearing people being so shocked and dismayed, even by the e-files, because I saw a video maybe just before I scrolled into this live, and the guy was just like, the founding fathers was doing the exact same things in the e-files. Like, why are you guys shocked? So in my opinion, and I'm a big history nerd, nothing really changed. I think it just became more underground, microaggressions and gaslighting since the past 60 years. And I think the part that, I don't care what nobody said, and I'm not trying to like big up Black women like we're like supreme goddesses, but I think it really triggered the majority, them people, seeing a Black woman being loved and exalted and like completely monoracial, unambiguously Black woman, like that whole family, that whole situation really triggered people, and that gave them the green light to be like, okay, the past 60 years has been too crazy and it's time to go back to being open with this. In my opinion, I don't think anything changed. I think they always was eating babies. They always was doing all the things. There already was, I think, of course, we became more successful and got our careers and education and stuff like that. But I mean, if you're in corporate America or at a PWI, I mean, it never really left. It just became more microaggressive. And that's all I wanted to say.
I got you. I definitely agree, Miss Chrissy Baby. I definitely think, yeah, they feel more comfortable now. And I do believe all that other stuff has been happening for as long as we all can recall, and also before we were even alive, any of us here. So yeah, I mean, I don't have anything else to say about that. I agree with everything both of y'all said, Miss Chrissy Baby and Andy. I definitely agree with y'all for sure. Let me go up here to go ahead,
Okay, so basically what I want to express here is the blatant we are obviously like experiencing blatant misogyny, even like hidden under the lines, but I feel like one thing that is very mentioned and very like thrown under and like very like just very buried is how much it's mentioned in religion. It's how much roles are used in religion. And And it's so normalized to treat women a certain way because of what is said in the Bible, because we're misinterpreting things that are inside of it. I will say this again and again and again and again and again. People always, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to target a certain group of people, but specifically men, always try to bring up their own struggles to invalidate a woman's struggle, to invalidate a woman's oppression. And that's really what's been irritating me the most, because and here again, in religion, obviously they say that a woman should submit to her husband, and in the Quran it says that even though a man is allowed to have 4 husbands, but then a woman is supposed to be completely loyal and completely faithful, and if she is ever to defy her husband, she is to be beat. That is what it says in the Quran. That is exactly what's going on. That's exactly what we're normalizing right now in multiple areas. If you said that you are not a feminist, then then stop, quit your job. Quit your job at this point. Treating people wrong because of God is not right. And I'm gonna say this again and again and again and again. And the way that after all of this, men still try to like say, like, invalidate their opinions and say, oh, even though you guys are struggling, we are also struggling. Even though you guys are struggling, we are also struggling, to make them feel as if they're being too overdramatic, to make them seem as if they're being sensitive. And that's really what's been irritating me the most. I cannot stand by when anyone says anything about a woman's experiences, because women are one of the most oppressed groups in the world, and that is that. I'm done.
All right. I got you. Appreciate you, huh? I mean, I definitely just say, like, when it comes to, I can't, speak about the Quran, but I'll just say, well, no, I guess I could say this: for when it comes to any type of, religious ideology, do you have to understand that, like, men are always going to, those type of men are always going to try to twist it and make it fit into a lens of oppressing women and degrading women, and to where, even if it doesn't say those particular things, because I could just speak on the Bible, like where it talks about submission and things like that. It talks about a couples submitting to each other, a man and a wife submitting to each other. But no one ever talks about that, because those men that are bringing up those things don't want to bring that up, because that's not their intention. Their intention is to twist it and to make it fit their twisted idea of what they feel like women should be doing. Not to mention that the men that be using those scriptures don't even live by nothing else. Just like somebody said in the comments, they only know them 2 scriptures or 1 scripture. They don't know nothing else. They out there fornicating. They out there doing illegal substances. They out there doing everything under the sun that's terrible. But then they want to talk about the Bible or God or this, that, and the third, when they're not living right in any capacity. So it's like, I don't even trust them, man. Like, because it's like, you're trying to tell somebody about God, or you're trying to tell somebody about Allah or whatever, or whoever else you believe in, but you're not living your life in any type of proper moral manner. So it's just like, I would just venture to say that when you're having discussions with men like this, those men are already coming at you from a negative point. So I wouldn't even, you know what I'm saying? Miss Chrissy Baby said. She said they can't read step 1. Exactly. So it's just like, you know what I mean? And then even when you have just like, let's see, who was it in the comments? Miss McNeil said, you even have those men that go into church and they try to be pastors and deacons and all of that. And they don't go in there because they believe in God, or because they don't go in there for that. They go in there to prey on the women in there, and sometimes other men too. And that's why, like, I because I do believe in God and all of that. I don't even go to places like that. They start talking all that hooting and hollering and this may make some people mad, but I'm gonna say it, like prosperity preaching, where people tell you like, oh, God wants you to be a bajillionaire. And if you just tithe half of your check to me and give me all of your money, you going to be a millionaire because that's what God wants. And look at
Creflo
God.
Dollar.
I got a jet and I got a jet.
Creflo
And
Dollar.
like, come on now. I can't, you know what? I can't even like, I remember one time I watched, this was a long time ago when Creflo Dollar, when cause I don't even have cable anymore now. I just stream anything that I want to watch. But back in the day, I remember when I had like just regular cable and Creflo Dollar was on BET and he was on the pulpit or whatever. And all these people was up there trying to touch on this man because they thought that they could get a monetary blessing by just touching this man. And I was thinking like, you fools really believe this? Like, in what world is that in the Bible? That ain't in the Bible nowhere. But y'all fools is believing this. So I would just say that a lot of times, like, religion, you know, it gets, some religions get bad reps because of a lot of people that are doing it ain't even doing it the way they're supposed to be doing it. It's just like I see a lot of black people that, you know, are very Afrocentric, which is nothing wrong with that. They always talk about Christianity from a white person's lens. Like they talk about white Jesus and white Christianity and what white Christians have done. And it's just like, why are you talking about them? Like whitey people as a collective, not all white people, because I have met some nice white people, but I'm gonna say collectively are wholeheartedly racist and demonic. Like, you really think that they're actually following Christ? You think when they were during slave times, when they were using the Bible to manipulate slaves and they were doing all of these things and going to church, when they were raping and unaliving babies and doing, y'all think that those were Christians? Y'all want to use that to say, oh, I want to be a Christian because look what the white people was doing. The white people weren't Christians. So it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Or when people use, you know, I don't want to talk about other religions because that I'm not a part of, because I feel like it would be wrong. But I'm just going to say this. It's just like, this applies to all other religions too. When you see people do horrible things and stuff like that, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, and I feel like we have to think about those things as well, that and it doesn't even matter if you don't, let's say you don't believe in religion, you don't believe in God, you don't believe in none of that. That's fine. There's no problem with it. Everybody's entitled to what they believe in. But it's people that manipulate people through atheism. It's people that manipulate people through agnosticism? People do that as well. Like, anytime there's any type of thought process or ideology or belief system, there's always going to be some trifling people that come in and try to co-opt that movement in order to manipulate and get over on people. You know, either to get to have intercourse with somebody that they shouldn't, or either to get some bread, some money, or whatever. It's just always going to happen. And you can't judge the whole thought process based on those people, because those people shouldn't be representative of whatever it is that you're trying to believe in. And I'm saying this to anybody, whatever belief system you have, because I know we're not all going to believe the same thing. And at the end of the day, nobody knows nothing until you die, and nobody's coming back to tell you what it is, are they? So you don't know. So that's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Because I have very strong belief systems and things that I believe in. And I'm sure everybody else has strong belief systems of what they believe in. But whatever you believe in, don't let people that are not right hinder you or change your mind on what you see and what you hear. Because I don't feel like that's a good thing to do. Because then these people that are not good are able to change your perspective. So it's just like that. But anyway, we didn't go on topic. Y'all, I'm about to get up off of here. It's late. I had a great conversation with y'all. I really did. I appreciate all the ladies that came up
What
here
happened
today.
to your one moderator? From she in Brooklyn. Where's she been at? I ain't seen her in a while.
Supervillain?
Yeah, where's Supervillain been?
I don't know well, she had came up one time and she had said that like she started a new job.
All right,
so she wasn't able to come up like she wanted.
Okay.
And then it was one time she
to
came
make sure
up.
she okay, because I ain't seen her in a while.
I be messaging her. I got to message her again, but she be sending me stuff. But she had came up one time and she sounded real sick. Like real ill. And I was like, I didn't want to pry and be like, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I'm hoping she's okay, but I didn't have any falling out with
Yes.
her or anything like
Oh
that.
no. Oh
So
no. I didn't think that. I know I had been gone for a minute, so I was like, maybe she. I was like, maybe she took a break or something. But I was like, man, I ain't seen her in a while. This weather is a mess. Yeah.
yeah, and it's like a few ladies that come in the lives a lot, but then they don't come for a while because they like I'll send them a message and I'll be like, hey, how you doing? And then they'll just be like, life been lifing, or I had to do this, or I
Yeah.
had to do that. And then, they might come back around, then so, but I'm hoping that, she'll be able to come around some more, in the future.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah. I'm just laughing. I'm still laughing at these fools. Ooh. Mm-mm-mm.
But yeah, you guys. So anyway, like I said, I'm going to get up out of here, y'all. I just wanted to say I appreciate you, Miss Chrissy, baby, for coming up, and appreciate Hum for coming up, and all the other ladies too. I think Not a Guru came up. Of course, Miss D had me cracking up today for real. uh,
No,
oh
I'm
my
still
goodness.
laughing. I'm still thinking about that biracial song. Them biracial.
And you know what? That's crazy because I remember that big old thing, and I've seen that song. I seen that video, that little video of that dude.
He looked stupid in that
He really
video.
did
He
so
looked
terrible.
dumb. Them biracial girl, them biracial.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I be singing it to my cats because they tuxedos. I'm like, you biracial, cats, you biracial. And they be looking at me like,
They probably wonder what you be doing.
my cats be keeping me laughing because they be doing some crazy stuff. But like, I'm just with that guy lying about his age, and then remember to pick me, former friend, have not heard. Look, quiet is kept. What I want to ask y'all, have y'all been following the DL Whisperer? They are getting him. Cause
Yeah,
he was
I
on
saw
Tasha
some.
K.
I
He
saw
went
some.
over T.S. Madison house. He went over her house and everything, and she files a complaint or something.
Oh yeah, I saw him on Instagram where he said he
Mm-hmm.
got doxxed or something like that. Oh,
Yep.
wait a minute. Miss Chrissy baby, you said, look,
You
she got
proud
mad at me.
queen. He was
She got
proud.
mad at me, Miss Chrissy baby, because I am not with the white male propaganda. Like people want a lot of black women want to hear me talk about black men all day long, but then when I say give any of that energy to other races of men, then all of a sudden they don't want to hear it. They don't want me to talk about it. Yeah, she got mad at me because I said that all men can treat black women bad. Just because you're a white man don't mean you're going to treat a black woman like a princess. Anybody can treat a black woman good and anybody can treat a black woman bad. And they got real mad at me about that. Like, and it's a few of them that stopped coming around because of that. They went with her. And it's just like, okay, then. Because I didn't say nothing wrong. I didn't say anything wrong. I'm not going to lie to black women and be like, oh, if you go ahead and get one of them, that everything's going to be great. Because they're still men. White men
Mm-hmm.
are men. Black men are men.
Yep.
Asian men are men. You know what I'm saying? They're all men. So at the end of the day, you don't know. And let white women tell it. White women be on this app all the time talking about how
Mm-hmm.
bad they are. But for some
Mm-hmm.
reason, they just so perfect to black women. Like, and what's crazy is that I kid you not, I got the screenshots in my phone. A white woman commented on one of her videos and said where she was, bigging up white men and said, well, hope you find the white man, I hope you're with a white man that cherishes you and values you and everything. But I just want you to know white men treat us white women terribly. She gonna tell that white woman that you don't know white men like I do. White men treat black women great. Can
Wow.
you imagine? Can you imagine if a white woman came on one of our videos or something and
Mm-hmm.
said that she knew black men more than we did? We would be like, "What? You don't know black men? We know black men." But for some reason, she believes that she know white and like she just I don't know,
And
just
also,
a
they
weirdo.
unalive their whole families, including the animals. They do. Like they
I,
mask so well. They will have you thinking. I mean, I could clearly name Scott Peterson and that one dude who did that to his wife or whatnot. I mean, they really be doing a lot of diabolical stuff. They be covering up stuff
Yeah,
and
and then you know what?
all the time.
When like you know how it's like some women be coming to my lives and they'll be like, you know, it's impossible for Black women to realize red flags because men can just be so sneaky and hide things from you. If you are of that belief system, white tea men would be the main ones that you would want to avoid because they
Yeah.
be out there like. Do y'all remember this killer unaliver? It was called the
The
BTK
BTK,
unaliver.
yes,
He had a
yes,
whole wife, bro, that said she didn't even
yes.
know he was doing this.
Oh yeah. Oh
So
yeah.
anytime
Oh
when you be
yeah.
talking about white tea men that have done horrible things, have had wives, they've
Yup.
been so diabolical that their family didn't even know.
They have double
So
lives. They be
yeah,
doing it so well to the point where, and then when they wives find out, I can't believe it. You know, Henry was never this way towards me.
yeah.
He took
That's
care of the children and everything.
that's all I'm saying. Like that's exactly what I mean. So it's just like I don't know. I just feel like
They put them on a pedestal, and it's like a man gonna be a man. Like Dr. Maya Angelou said, when somebody show you who they are, believe them. Stop trying to make them out to be picture perfect. Like people fall in love with the potential too much and then get mad, but it's like that's who that person always been. Stop trying to change them. You supposed to walk away from it and keep it moving.
And that's what I'm saying. And it's just like, I'm never trying to tell Black women that they cannot date out or explore their options. If you find a white tea man that is like your soulmate and you just really feel like that and you really love him and he treats you like a queen, I don't see anything wrong with that. I don't see anything wrong with you finding a Black man either. If he's doing the same for you or any race of men, I feel the same about all races of men. Now, who would I choose? It doesn't matter who I would choose, but I think that Black women should be able to choose whoever they want. The only thing that I'm ever against is trying to pedestalize any race of man, because that's when you lost the plot. And I think my platform could really be bigger if I was willing to do like that. Because I can't tell you how many Black women have gotten mad at me, didn't want to talk to me no more, have blocked me, unfriended me, cussed me out because I have just not been willing to go on to the white tea man are the best men and the best men for Black women train. And like I said, and I try to give Black women stats and facts that the majority of white men don't deal with Black women. They don't. And when white men get married, the majority of them, out of the small percentage of them that do date out, they only marry Black women at a rate of 3 to 4% out of the whole pool of interracial marriages. They choose others. And it's like when I say these things, it's like Black women just want to cuss me out, say, oh, you just want us to be with Black men. No, I'm just saying be realistic and live in reality. But I don't know. I feel like that's a big thing because I see bigger creators and I be sad. And I be like, they be pushing this white men are the best propaganda. And I feel like that's what a lot of Black women, from what I've been told behind the scenes, they want me to say. But I just can't do it because I really, if people want to know, I'm a misandrist, bro. I don't really like men like that. And it doesn't matter what color you are. It's all of them. So I can't just get up here and say white men, white men, white men, white men. Because if I'm saying Black men are this way, I'm meaning everybody. But anyway, what you have to say, Miss Chrissy, baby, before I get out of here?
Do you think it's because psychologically some Black women were pushed up against the wall with the mistreatment from Black men, be that their family, their community, people they were married to or dated, that it's almost like a spiteful revenge thing? Like, you understand what I'm trying to say? Like, it
Yes,
comes
I
from a
do.
place of hurt. Like,
Yeah. I mean, I definitely think that's what it is. And that's why I accept it. I understand. It hurts my feelings, but I don't ever get mad about their reaction. I understand where it's coming from. It's not like I don't have animosity towards Black men. You know, like I said, my first husband did me dirty. Okay. And, but I just always said that I feel like if somebody does you bogus and you allow them to change your entire perspective, and you allow them to change your entire perspective on life, how you move, maybe you might, your soulmate might be a black man. He might have tried to talk to you or whatever, and he was everything that you wanted, but you so mad at this other dude that you just can't see it, and you got in your mind that you just want him to be white, and you miss out. Possibly, you then that changes your whole perspective. That person wins, and I'm not saying that means that your soulmate is a black man. It could be whoever, but I'm just saying I don't believe in letting the way someone else did me change who I am. I'm still gonna be me at the end of the day, because if I'm not, you win. You know what I'm saying? Because you've changed me, and I haven't changed you because you just moving on. So I think a lot of black women have a lot of pent up hatred, disappointment, and all of that towards black men. But I just always say, don't let it make you irrational, because when you let it make you irrational, then you become an easy lick. And that's the reason why the majority of the black women, and this is gonna sound bad, but it's the truth, that come in here and spew that stuff and say it like that, they don't have no black men, they don't have no white men, they don't have no man at all. They be like, oh, I'm dating all these men. I've been dating, like Proud said, oh, I've been dating white men for years. I've been dating white men since junior high. Okay, so how's that been working out then, since they're so superior and they're so nice? Then why you don't got one? Since it's so easy to get one, since it's so easy to get a white man that's gonna treat you like a princess and a queen, and he gonna make you his wife, and you gonna do this, that, and the third, why you ain't got one? But that's the questions that they don't want to hear. They don't want to hear it. Like, and I'm just saying, because we always say that we want to go out and get white men because there's so many better options over there. So if it's better options over there and they love black women so much, that how come 90% of all these black women that say these things to me don't even have one? Now, there's a few black women that come around that do, but I'm saying 90% out of the black women I talk to don't have no one. And they don't have these white men that they're putting on a pedestal. And so, and this isn't to degrade anyone or say that you're worthless if you don't have no man, because what's happening, man? You know what I'm saying? If he's not doing right for you. So I'm not saying that. Like, you can still be great without someone, but I'm just saying, if you're saying that it's so easy, isn't the logical thing to ask, well, why don't you have it then? If I go out here and I say I'm going to be like a stockbroker, and I tell everybody in my lives, I say, man, it's so easy to make $1 million. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? Just breathing. It's so easy, y'all. It's everywhere. All you got to do is snap your fingers and you get $1 million if you do this, that, and the third. And then you find out that I got $1.50 in my bank account. You're going to be looking like, well, I thought you told me it was easy. If it was so easy, why you ain't got the bread? Where's the money at? Where's the money at, Trigger? That's all I'm saying. Like, but I don't know.
What about
But
that?
I
Remember
don't
that
even.
conversation we had before about some of the women saying, I think it was like we were talking about red flags, and it was like red flags, and some people, like, sometimes you can't help but getting duped, and men are just like that. Like, I kind of feel sad for black women, and not in a way like we're pathetic and not strong and whatever, but like, I just feel like we just got so much. People try to humble us so much that we became. We got this defense mechanism, like, it don't hurt me, I'm not sad. We just kind of stand up straight, and I understand why we have to do that, because we have to survive. But I think the flip side of it is we're not allowed to just say, I'm hurt and it hurts my feelings and I feel betrayed and I do want to have love or whatever it is, or whatever. I feel like it's so dangerous for us because we get humbled so much. And I understand why we have to stand up, and it don't bother me. I'm just going to go on the other side, and I'm not hurt, and I don't need a man, because a man's just going to cheat on me anyway. Like, I just feel like we just have so much pride. And I'm wondering now that, the conversation of decentering men is, expanding more. Like, is that just a defense mechanism because the world humble us so much and it's not serving us anymore?
Well, I tell you what, maybe now that I'm listening to you, Miss Chrissy, maybe we could have a live to where it's like we'll call it, like, I don't know, like emotional, like freedom, like live or something like that, where black women can talk about how they felt. And if they're hurt about something, and then say whatever it is. And then if they want something, but they're too afraid to verbalize that they want it because they don't think that it is actually possible to achieve. Maybe if they say it out loud and release their feelings, their fears, and put out there what they
Mhm.
really do want, maybe that can help them move forward and then release those feelings. I think that might be something that
I
we,
agree.
you
That'd
know,
be good.
I agree. Because I think the conversations we've been having the past 2 years, you know, in these decentering spaces have been great. But now we're kind of like at an impasse where it's like, okay, so then what's next?
yeah. Okay. Well, then we definitely can do that. I think that would be good to have. And I feel like I don't know if this is like, I feel like also now because we do talk about decentering men and stuff like
Mhm.
that, which is not a problem. I think now that some women that, because there's women that DM me these things and they will say like, hey, I just want you to know that I hear, like, it will be women that say like, oh, I heard your husband on the live or something like that. He seems like a nice man. I'm hoping that I can find somebody, or I
Mhm.
want love, but I don't know how that looks for me. And I'm afraid to say it out loud because I don't want other women to then think that I'm male centered or pick me or something like that. And I just want to say that I can't speak for anyone else on the panel or anyone else in the chat, but I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting love or wanting companionship, or dare I say, even wanting a man. I feel like the only problem comes in is when you're willing to sacrifice your dignity, your
Mhm.
self-respect for a
When
man.
you don't have your own identity and that
Yes,
man
yes,
is your
yes.
whole life. Like I know too many people like that. And they
Mm-hmm.
just really are just, I mean, it's just really sad. And then like when that man leaves them or something, it's like, and that's just really sad. But you really have to like be so you have to have your own identity so strong in it and have that partner that supports that. And I'm glad I had some guys that were like that, great representatives of that or whatnot. And I know I will find that one day or whatever again. But it's just really hard, like, because you got to keep letting your guard down and you don't want to let these people in because they like the love bomb and you just never know what you're going to get. And you know, you don't want to be jaded, of course, but God tells us to have discernment. You want to be smart. You want to be wise. And you don't want to like repeat any of the mistakes you made before, you know. But at the end of the day, what we do is whip a lot of us, what we do when we break up with somebody, like I'll say Cardi B, what she should have been doing, she should have been glowing up, working on herself instead of trying to get licks back at Offset because she really didn't put herself in a better position. I don't know if y'all follow this lady named Natalie Clarice Notes. She talks about a lot of stuff like helping women or whatnot, and they be talking about, oh, she's a pick me. No, she's not a pick me. She's an older woman, and she's saying, ladies, stop making yourself be dumb for these men. And she's like, y'all want to know what a pick me is? And she talked about Cardi B. And I have to say, like, you could tell that Stefan or whatever his name is does not really like her. He just entertains her. You can tell, like, if you watch like some memes up or whatnot, he just entertains her. She's just a new flavor right now.
Yeah,
Other
I
than
agree.
that, it's like she should have like you could have been smashing them and just wrapped it up if you wanted to. But her and Cash Doll, like Cash Doll, beautiful. And it's like you letting these men play in your face. What you supposed to do, you supposed to glow up and work on yourself and pour into yourself. Go to the gym. Everything is supposed to be an upgrade, and that attracts you to better men. When you have a higher frequency, a good frequency, you attract better. Literally, people want to argue, but it is true. Like when you feel good about yourself, you look good, you feel good, you will attract better and like quality caliber type people that are about something. And hopefully they don't be acting stupid, but you know, you will attract great things. But when you up there jucking and jiving, trying to make somebody jealous, you're taking energy out. Let vengeance is God. Like Beyonce said, your paper is your best success is your paper. Yeah, that's what you do. Stop trying to seek revenge and work on yourself. Moving
Celibacy
on.
and misandrous will bring you the best
Yeah.
man. And I mean that from like the bottom of my heart. Like I'm talking about, I'm pretty misandrous. Like I'm pretty, I'm kind of where a trigger is, but maybe a little bit on the extreme side because I want some like
Yeah.
violence to happen. But like I think some men don't need to be on this planet and should not been produced.
Yep.
But I
You
think
gotta be
when you look
mean.
at men like that, I'm looking at the construct of man.
Mm-hmm.
So the person that I'm with, I look at them as an individual human by
Yep.
their character, their spirit, and how they conduct themselves as a human
Yep.
person on this planet. But as a whole, I hate the whole construct of men and everything about them.
I mean, I totally understand it. I mean, and I'm really keeping it real with y'all, and I really mean this, and I don't say anything that I don't mean. And I know, especially from the cult that I was in or whatever, y'all know, I was around nothing but married
JW.
couples. Yes, I was around nothing but married couples.
Yeah.
The only married couples outside of there, okay, and I'm talking about in my life that after I have left them, the women that I saw that were the happiest, that were treated the best by now, of course, I'm not in a relationship, so I don't know, nobody knows what's really going on in the relationship except the two people that's in there. But from what I saw, and the women that I saw that were being loved authentically and treated like queens were women that didn't play. It wasn't the pick
Yup.
me women. It wasn't the women that was willing to do
Yup.
whatever and say, how can I serve you, king?
Nope.
It wasn't those women. It was the women that didn't play.
Yup.
And the men already knew that they didn't. Those were the women
Yup.
that I saw that were getting the best treatment. Because and this may be unpopular. I don't know if it is unpopular opinion, but I really do feel like you
gotta be
cannot be
mean.
super nice to men. You
Yup.
cannot. Like, you're
You can't, because
already
they will
lost
play with
if you do
you.
that. And I'm not saying
Yup.
disrespect your man or call your man a B word and smacking him up and stuff like
But a
that. I'm
doormat.
just saying, like,
Yup.
don't be a doormat and
Don't be a
be too nice.
placeholder.
Don't
You
be like
right.
that.
You
Because
right.
that's the quickest way to get you okie dokes.
You right.
And if
Because
any
I've
woman needs
experienced
questions
that.
about that, if you want to know exactly what I mean, send me an email to unpopularopinions, BLKWMN@gmail.com. Once again, it's unpopular opinions unpopular opinions, BLKWMN@gmail.com. And I will tell you exactly in detail what I mean. Because that's a very good protection for you as a woman.
And we gotta be smart too, like don't the soul ties, like you can't be hopping in bed with everybody because that's you have to like really discern, because you could date people, but you ain't gotta be messing with everybody. And so the thing about it is, because that soul tie stuff is real, that transfer energy is real. But you are right, because my grandmother and my mom always used to say this: you married a man, if you want to get married, but they've got to love you more. It never works when you love them more.
They do gotta like you a little bit more.
And it's not only that,
it never works when people
men
when a
has
girl
their
loves
dream
more.
girl. I
Yep.
don't think women want to hear that.
But they
listen
do.
to what I'm saying.
They
Men
do.
have their dream girl. So
Yep.
if you're really nice and will do anything for him, of course he's going to take that offer up. You're just not his dream girl, and he's going to treat you accordingly.
Yep.
But you're just going to be doing all this, wasting your time and your placeholder.
And you're going to be a placeholder. And what they do, they will use you. Like what they'll do, they'll have, like, if they never had a baddie before or whatever, you'll be his first baddie. And guess what? That'll track other women, because some of these women that like to compete, they want to be like, oh, I could take her man or whatever. They don't even want him. They just want to, it's a competition thing for some of these women. So basically he's using you to get other women. Like you just a notch on his belt or whatever. Another thing that you just an object. And like, that's horrible, but that's how some of these men are. And so I
think that's how all men are.
Really?
I think all men have their one ideal woman that they want.
Yeah, I think they all have that woman, but I don't think they all trying to use you though. I think that some people they'll leave you alone.
I think if you're not that woman, you're going to get used.
Yeah, because I mean, but you can only do what you allow them to do.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. Like that's once you know that he is not really. Once you see that there's an imbalance and you're giving more to get his affection and love and attention, his dream girl, he's going to do whatever. He's going to climb through like burning coal and do whatever to get her or whatever. And I'm not saying every woman is not somebody's dream girl. That's not what I'm saying. But you have to recognize when you're not that.
Yeah, everybody's not going to desire you like that. That's true. And so like you got to know when to, you got to know when to fold. Like,
I thought that's what you were about to say. I was like, you got to know when to hold them and when to fold them.
You got to know when to let that go, because you will become that placeholder. Because I know somebody that was He was my best friend, a guy best friend, right? And we dated in middle school, right? And this is no lie. I broke up with him, and it wasn't because of nothing with him. I was dealing with depression because my grandmother had just passed away when I was 13. And so, mind you, so he always remained like my friend or whatever. We never did nothing sexually, none of that, right? Well, sexually. So mind you, check this out. He had a girlfriend of 7 years, right? And I was like, why won't you marry her? And she wanted to meet me. She was on my Facebook and all of that and whatnot. And I'm not stupid. She knew what she was doing. But anyway, I didn't have no issues with her. Like, I never was that type of woman. Like, I always told him, I was like, you need to call your girlfriend. Stop calling me so much. You got a girlfriend. I was always respectful. And mind you, I was like, why are you not married? Well, she wants a certain type of ring. And she and he was on a teacher salary. I get that, but if you really love somebody, you're gonna take that ring because you can upgrade that ring anytime. So mind you, it was just kind of weird. They're no longer together. She was somebody else. But what he was doing, he had side pieces. And I checked him. I was like, don't ever do that again. He introduced me to a side piece when I was in Atlanta visiting. I said, don't ever do that again. Don't introduce me to no side pieces. That's not cool. And I have not even met your girlfriend. That's not cool. That's so disrespectful. And I was like, I'm a call you out on your stuff because as a best friend, I don't enable your behavior. But no, back in 2021, he was like, hey, I want to see my best friend or whatever. He confessed his love to me. It was, I thought about making a TikTok about it, but I would have to like not disclose the names. But anyway, so mind you, it was just like, dude, I'm not, what are you talking about? And why are you waiting now to tell me that? And everybody's like, Z, it's because he always loved you or whatever. You were in game or whatever. And I said, I felt like to me, it was a conquest thing. With some of them, they want to like try to conquer you. And then when they conquer you, they leave you alone. And they want to say, nah, 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 boo, boo, I got it or whatever. And they want, that's why when you break up with somebody, don't take them back. Because sometimes they want to just like crap in your face or whatever.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that too. I definitely do. All right, y'all.
Exactly. You right. He showed me who he was. Yeah, like that's how he
Go
treated
to
me. So
bed,
why would I want
Triggered.
to be
I'm a
with him?
drop.
Yeah, I gotta get out of here, y'all. I gotta get
Yeah.
out. I'm actually not gonna go to bed. I just gotta get out of here. I already had a headache. Like, this is like the end of my cycle, right? And since I don't know what's going on, I guess I'm in perimenopause or something like that because my head at the end of my cycles now, I get this headache and it's like it's bad and then it like fades off. Like, so right now it was hurting so bad because I didn't want to take any medication because I'm trying to chill on taking ibuprofen and stuff like that. So I was like, let me get on live to distract myself. And then I had just went to the doctor too, and my doctor told me that my iron is like low. It's like real bad. So she gave me a script and she was telling me like the headaches and stuff like that. It could also be because of that. So I gotta really be on top of this, taking this iron. Like, it's just crazy. Cause like it's like my periods just started getting heavy out of nowhere, like over the past like year. So now my iron is just all wrecked, and now I've been getting these headaches. And then I was looking at this like TikTok of this like OBGYN doctor today. And she was like, yes, she started talking about like menstrual migraines. Then she started talking about, yes, and one of the main factors is low iron. And then I seen another lady and she was like, yeah, one of the factors is, I'm like, oh my goodness, maybe that's why my stuff been hurting. But anyway, yeah, y'all, that's the reason why I had even got on here so late, because my head was hurting. And I was just like, bro, I can't even rest at night. So, oh my goodness. Y'all ignore my husband in the chat talking about because I don't eat Brussels sprouts. Yeah, I do not like Brussels sprouts. And my husband always trying to get me to try to eat Brussels sprouts. I think that is like you ever seen Little House of Horrors? You know
them little
the little
things.
plant.
Yeah, that's what they look like.
That's exactly what they look like. And they
You just
stink
gotta
too.
jazz it up. You just gotta jazz it up.
They smell like pee-pee though. My husband love them.
I had
Anytime
some
we
good
go to
ones
restaurants,
before.
my husband love them. Anytime we go to restaurants and they be having like the little exotic ones, like, maple bacon, or they got some type of weird flavor to them. He always trying to eat them, but I just think they're disgusting. Like, and they just smell like urine to me. Like, I just cannot do it. I cannot eat them at all. at all. And he always trying to torture me with them and try to make me eat them. Like, I refuse to do it.
I munch on pumpkin
Mm-mm.
seeds to help out with iron.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
those do. Yeah, they do.
y'all saying pumpkin
Pumpkin
seeds?
seeds.
Pumpkin
Yep.
seeds, yep.
Mm-hmm.
Do they got them like? Are you supposed to eat them? Are they
Yeah,
like
they have
sunflower
them
seeds?
You
deshelled.
eat
Yeah,
them.
you can eat them with the shell or without the shell. I get the
Mm-hmm.
unshelled ones, and I just like snack on them. Like they're by my bed and everything. Because I have the same issue: low iron, migraines, and all that.
Oh,
Sure.
you do?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Well,
Yep.
then I'm glad it's not just me. Yeah, because it
Yeah,
just
I have
happened.
Uh,
them too. Like, yeah,
my
I
iron
Oh
got
is
them
wow!
too.
So
horrible.
y'all all okay? Cool.
And
Because I
also
really
because
was
I had
tripping.
cysts on my ovary. I've been having cysts on my ovary since 2013, and I had to go to the ER. It was that bad or whatnot, so I have to get checked out and stuff. And like, I'm good or whatever. You know, I had my mammogram and stuff like that. But like, that stuff is sometimes my cycles be like kind of heavy, and I be cramping. And so like I try to like drink a whole bunch of I've been getting really good with my water intake, so that's good. But normally I try to like work out or something. I try to do whatever I can. I get like a heating pad, something, because them things will take you out.
Yeah, pumpkin seeds,
I'm so
beet.
glad. Oh, go ahead, Miss Chrissy, baby.
I said pumpkin seeds, beets, spinach, because
Yep.
sometimes I have a script too for iron, but it makes like I got diagnosed with like gastritis from the amount of iron I've been taking most of my life.
Hmm.
So it's just been messing up my digestive system. So I kind of have like anxiety about taking iron. So I just been looking up a lot of the foods you can eat that's rich in iron and stuff like
Hmm.
that.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I haven't been taking. I'd be real bad with the iron taking. I should have been
Just make you
taking it.
so constipated.
See, I've been taking
It does,
fiber. I've been
yeah.
taking fiber gummies
Okay.
to go with it to make it. And I already drink a lot of water anyway. Like I drink a lot of water. So and I do drink beet juice and I do drink pomegranate juice every day.
Yeah.
That's good.
So, but yeah, I'm just so glad I'm hearing this from you guys because like I really was having like health anxiety about this
That
because
stuff
the
really is
headaches,
real.
Because
the
I get the
menstrual
headaches. My
headaches just
headaches
started.
goes from the front of my head all the way to the back of
Yep.
my neck.
Yeah,
Literally.
Yep.
yeah, that's what's
Yes.
been happening to me. And the menstrual
Yep.
hmm
headaches just started like 6 months ago. And I
And then
knew
you'll
that it
be
wasn't,
constipated and have diarrhea sometimes.
yes,
Yep.
all of
I've
that.
been having that. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I feel so much better now because with
hmm
the headaches, like I said, they just started like 6 months ago. But I knew that it wasn't
Hmm.
like nothing super serious because it would happen right during my period, like right when it's about to end.
Yep.
And then it would just start like hurting. And then
Yep.
like my husband, I would tell him like I can't even do nothing today. And then he would go cook something and bring it in
Yep.
there to me. And I'd just be like, bro, I just feel so bad because I just can't even do nothing. Then my kids try to talk to me and I'm just laid in there all sad
Yep.
because my head was just hurting. And I was like, what is going on? But I'm gonna start. My doctor just gave me the script of the iron like a few days ago, so I haven't taken it long enough to get any type of
Mhm.
benefits from
Is
it
it
yet.
liquid?
It's a pill. It's a
Okay.
tab. Um, and I'm just gonna start taking it, because I had stopped taking it before because I had got probably like a cheaper one because she gave me like the prescription kind, but I had got one like over the counter. It was making me so constipated. I was like, this
Yeah.
is nuts. But I didn't realize that when I was looking it up and my doctor, she had told me that I need to take fiber with it. She was like, it's a must. You have to take that with as well, or it's going to take the water out of your colon. And then it's going, because iron takes water from your colon, which takes it out of your stool,
Mm,
which makes it difficult to pass. She was like, you have to do something to balance that out. So I have to take the fiber along with it. So I'm
I'm gonna
making
try
sure
that.
I don't skip that. Yeah, they said that if you take the fiber and psyllium husk is the best, which is like that Metamucil. And
Hmm.
Metamucil right now, they got those like if you go on Amazon, they got those little they look like, how like when you get the little Kool-Aid packs, like the zero sugars that you pour in your water, they
Hmm.
got
Okay.
like the Metamucil packs like that, which is tasteless and colorless that you can just pour in like a water bottle and
Hmm.
drink it, or a drink or like a juice or something like that, and you won't even taste it. You can, because I have that type and I also have the gummies, but the gummies be more convenient sometimes because I'm just on the go. I can just go ahead and eat the gummy. But yeah, so fiber, if you do need to take it, Miss Chrissy baby, I would say that you should just make sure that you got the fiber. That'll make you feel so much better. And actually, It's supposed to help your stomach too. It's supposed to help a lot when you
Yeah,
take the
iron
fiber with
messed
it.
my stomach up. I've been taking iron since I was a teenager
You
because I
take a
have like
probiotic too?
I do take a probiotic, but it
Okay, okay.
just I think it's anxiety too. It's like a mental thing because I had a really bad bout from taking iron for so long, and like ever since then, I don't want to go into detail, but when you can't, you know what I'm saying, then you
Yes,
pregnant.
yes.
Yeah, I had
Yeah,
gastritis before, and gastritis is no joke, man. That stuff is no joke.
yeah.
Like,
I
yo,
thought it was.
you.
I thought it was. What's that
Mm-hmm.
guy from Fred? What's his name? Fred Sanford. Yeah, I was like that. So
Mm.
um,
Okay, okay, okay. Well, I'm
Mm.
so thankful to have this conversation with y'all today because now I feel so much better
yeah,
because
you're
I
not
really
going
was tripping.
crazy. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah,
you not
I
crazy,
really was
trust.
tripping.
You not crazy. No,
And I get
it
the
happens
same
to the
thing.
best of us.
Because I was saying my headache, because I was feeling it in my neck, in the back of my neck, and my back,
Mm.
and I was like, "What the heck?" And she said the same thing: low iron, period, losing a lot of blood. I was like,
Yep.
"Oh wow!" So
All right, all right. Well, I'm glad. And you
Yeah.
know what? As see y'all talk about the gastritis, I feel like I be taking a lot of ibuprofen, and I felt like my stomach was feeling a little funny from that, which is why I have
ibuprofen do
said
it.
Yeah, it
I'm gonna leave
irritates
it
your
alone.
stomach sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
It'll irritate your stomach because I know a gastritis is pretty much like you a baby, kind of. You have to do that diet. I forgot what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Where your line, what it is, the lining of your stomach is like you got to build it back up. It's the worst thing to have. I first had it back in 2011, and I was in grad school. When I tell you, the symptoms are kind of like
It felt like a heart
pregnancy
attack.
symptoms.
It felt like
Mine
a
was
heart attack to
pregnancy
me.
symptoms. And mind you, they were like, "Oh, you're not." People in my family was like, "Oh, I said, "I'm not pregnant." And so you can't keep nothing down. It's horrible. I remember I had IVs in me at the hospital. It was no joke.
Yeah, it's a lot of pain. It's depending on what part is irritated. Mine was like on the left side, like right under my heart. So it was messing. I was
Mm.
thinking it was like a heart attack, but they were like, "Oh shoot, you have gastritis." I was
Mine was my stomach, and I was like, "Oh God," it was just horrible. Like I couldn't keep nothing down, and smells, every little smell irritated me. My cousin was spraying this perfume. I was like, "Oh my God, this stuff is," and I would like puke, like literally. It was horrible.
but ibuprofen is not that good to take all the time. So
Nope.
anybody that's post military has like a messed up stomach from all that ibuprofen.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, all right. Yeah, that's why I said I'm not even like the last few periods I've had, I haven't even touched it because even though that's the only thing that really helps my cramps, I just was
Mm-hmm.
like, I have to leave it alone because I know I've been overdoing it because I be
Yep.
taking them 800s, bro.
Me too, girl. Like popping like Skittles.
Yep.
Yeah.
I be taking them Tylenols.
Oh my goodness. Tylenols, they say are a little better. So,
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because that's what I took on this period. I took Tylenol instead.
Cause my dog don't work. I don't know why they still be selling that. My dog has never worked for me. I don't know. And people will be selling that. I said they selling people a
I
dream.
can't take mine all because of my anemia. I can't
I
have.
can't take because it never worked.
Aspirin products are not good, so I
Some people
can't.
said Tums work for them. I said Tums. I must have ate some of them. Oh my God, them things are horrible.
Yeah, I don't think Tums would ever help me for no cramps. Tums would laugh while
Mm.
I was chewing it, like ha ha ha. You don't know what you thought you chewing this. It
Maybe it
ain't
was
gonna
the
do nothing but that.
gas or something. Because sometimes I know one thing. Like when you're on your cycle, you
I'm
have
really.
gas. I know I do.
I be having
And
bubbles
yep,
my whole body be yeah.
yep,
Yes.
Boy,
yep.
I tell y'all what, I feel so great about this conversation. Like y'all just don't even know. Like because I'm an overthinker by nature, and I'm also a person that always I'm a half glass. What is it? Half empty type of person.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So anytime stuff be going wrong with me, I just be thinking like the worst. My husband be like, "It's not that bad, babe. It's not that you're gonna be okay." I be like, "How do you know? You don't know.
Mm.
It's not. You don't know. It's probably the worst." He'd be like, "No, it's not. You're gonna be all
But I
right."
do think it's something to it. I don't know if it's environmental because you're not the only one that's been complaining about like migraines with
Yeah.
associated with their period. Like I know, like my 23-year-old just started complaining about that. Like I'm just wondering if it's something environmental too because I don't remember back in the day everybody complaining about migraines. I heard cramps,
Cramps,
maybe.
but you never had none with no headaches. It was
Yeah.
always
Mm-hmm.
the cramps.
It's
Mm-hmm.
probably
Yep.
is. It's probably something they doing to everybody, putting in the water system,
And
putting
global
Right.
everywhere.
warming.
Yeah, it's
They got them iguanas falling in
I seen
Florida.
them. I seen them. Oh my goodness, y'all. Yeah, let me get out of here though, for real. This time
Okay.
for real.
Okay.
Well,
All
I'm
right.
glad you
Well,
feel
take
better.
care, everybody.
All
Bye
right.
bye. I hope y'all
Bye,
feel better.
bye.
Okay, yep. Bye
All
bye.
right. I appreciate you, D. Appreciate you, Miss Chrissy,
Okay. You
baby. Thank y'all
welcome.
so much.
You
I
welcome.
really appreciate y'all for real. Like, y'all don't know. Y'all really helped me today.
I gotta laugh because I'm still laughing at that girl who came up here unhinged.
Oh, yeah, man, she was bugging. She
Oh my
was
God.
bugging. All
Miss
right, y'all. See ya.
Calendar. Oh my god, I gotta block her. What was her name? I gotta block her. Oh my god.
Oh, I don't even know. I don't even know what her name was because she had like weird symbols. All right. I'll see y'all
Okay,
later.
yep.
Thank y'all
Okay,
so
yep.
much. I
Bye bye.
appreciate all of y'all in the chat. I appreciate all of y'all lovely ladies in the chat. And thanks for saying you give me a recommendation, Miss Good News. And once again, thanks so much to Miss D and Miss Chrissy,
Thank
baby. Thank
you.
y'all.
Bye, y'all.
All right, bye.